Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the Renegade Pop Culture podcast. This is the Renegade Free for All. We're rebranding everything with Renegade in front of it, just in case people are confused. Everything is going to be Renegade something something. So Renegade Arcade, Renegade Animation. We're just Renegade Renegades, basically. That's going to be one of our podcasts in the future. It's going to be Renegade Renegades, and we'll just renegade all over the Renegade place.
And our theme song will be Renegade by Styx.
Exactly.
You stole my
objections.
line.
I have no objections.
It's gonna be like N64, Nintendo N64, Renegade N64.
Well, and then one of the shows will interview Lorenzo Lamas because he was the Renegade. Anybody who gets that reference is very old.
God.
Okay, so anyway, guys, this is going to be our holiday show, our kind of end of year 2020 special free for all, where we're basically, let's face it, this year has been a urinal cake in the worst bathroom in a subway in New York City that could have ever been. I might cut this part out. Anyway.
Man, I feel like I ate gas station sushi and then got stuck in the bathroom with all the cockroaches.
Exactly.
No, it's that bathroom in Animaniacs where it's just like, beware about going in there. I haven't cleaned it in 30 years.
That was from Wacko's Wish.
Remember that
Next to an
Futurama
IBS
episode where
symposium.
Remember that Futurama episode where I think it was Bender or somebody got like an egg sandwich from like the bathroom?
Fry.
It was Fry. He was the one who got the sandwich.
A better example, this entire year was being stuck in hell listening to really terrible whiny protest songs from the 60s.
Whiny protest music from the 60s.
Oh,
anyway,
man, I tell
the government
But-
took my goldfish and took out my TV.
But this has been a shithole year, quite frankly. So
Maybe
what I-
nostalgic for 2016.
what we sort of wanted to exactly, I mean, what we sort of wanted to do with this podcast is we kind of wanted to take a moment, take a step back, and kind of realize that even though this year has been a shitstorm, we still have things that we're grateful for.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, it being the week of thanks, it's being like it's almost like we're pretty much done with Thanksgiving week here in the U.S. But like for those of you who celebrated Thanksgiving, a happy post Thanksgiving to you and a happy post Black Friday. Happy Cyber Monday, I guess, if you guys can get those Cyber Monday sales, maybe pick up a PS5 if you're like me and not lucky enough
That's
to have
optimistic.
one. That's optimistic. It is. Yeah.
Look, every tech kid in California already freaking used an aimbot to steal it before I could even turn on my computer.
Totally,
Keon, are
man.
you going to introduce us?
Same here.
Oh yeah,
Of course
right.
I am. We're working our way up to it.
Oh my God.
But anyway, guys, so with me tonight, I have Jacob,
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
and we have Cameron.
Howdy, howdy.
I
My
am
first free for all.
I'm so happy to have you on here, man. It's been a while since. we
Welcome to
talked,
the fold, brother.
Yeah,
and
so I
we
just-
have Tyler,
Yeah.
and we have Josh
Hey, how's it going?
and Crystal
Hello.
and Brock,
I am here.
and lastly, my right hand, the captain, Mike.
Going on, guys?
As you
All right,
listeners can
guys.
see, we have a full house right now.
This is a full house of people, man. This is like how many?
Everywhere you look,
Oh
everywhere
God.
you look.
I don't see the Olsen twins though. I'm missing them.
Good.
I'm missing
John
those,
Stamos
but-
will be very
and
happy
I
about
can
that.
see where the ranking goes. Mike gets the captain ranking, and I'm just a lowly.
You're the guru.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
You're the guru, man. You're the
I know,
animation guru.
I know. I'm
Jacob's the
I'm-
streaming demon. Brock is the organoid zero. Tyler is
Oh.
the bio. And Josh is the director.
Yeah.
And Crystal is Kira.
Alrighty.
And I'm of course Neoplasmic. So guys, let's just go down the line and let's say what we're kind of grateful for this year. Like is there anything good that's happened to us this year? Anything at all?
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Me being a part of this website and this podcast, and
Bless your heart, man.
Oh yeah.
being
your
able to talk with all these amazing. I like community with all these guys. I like talking about what I like. I like that I got to interview the guys who directed Console Wars.
That was awesome, dude.
Yeah,
that was a great show.
Even though the way it ended was
It
incredibly
ended
scary.
weird. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened, but you know,
Yeah,
it's just-
that scared
freaked
the
me out
shit out
too.
of me.
That scared the crap out of me too. But you know what? We got through it, and it ended up uploading, and it ended up being a really good show. I think, a
Yeah.
really solid episode. So
Anyway,
Awesome.
I'm thankful, that I was able to keep safe. I'm thankful that, I'm still healthy. I'm still, relatively so. I'm glad that I still have a job. I'm glad that, it made me realize I should never take anything for granted. And, I'm thankful that I'm in a position where I wouldn't be if this website wasn't around.
well, thanks, man. That's great to hear. I appreciate it.
Wait till you hear the toast.
It's gonna be awesome,
no.
dude. All right, and then Tyler, what about you, man? Got anything?
Well, first off, obviously joining this was certainly a bit of a highlight of my year. Not horribly dying, and most of my family also being mostly fine. Yeah, that's also positive. But I will preface my favorite parts of the year were the fact I got to write a freaking entire video about the career and life of Paige O'Hara, and she actually saw it and actually told me it was cool. That was awesome.
That's awesome.
And joining a YouTube group where I made 4 videos this year about horrible people, and a pirate, and I got yelled at by a conspiracy theorist. It was awesome.
Yeah, I saw that article that you shared.
Yeah, that's the pirate one. Like, I got interviewed by a journalist that has 3 Pulitzer nominations. I freaking got yeah. Well, shit. I didn't expect to see that happen this year.
No. Yikes.
All right, Cameron, what about you, man?
Well, let's see here. I know I don't really have a lot to complain about. I mean, like, not to say my life has been perfect. I don't show it. I am constantly stressed out. Just because I still have to go down to work. Luckily, it's 5 minutes away, but still having to be on the front lines. Not in the same way as our doctors and nurses are on the front line, but still. And then being able to join this website, I still remember I was walking out of Onward at the Alamo Draft House, and then Mike sent me a message saying like, "Hey, did you watch Onward?" And I was like, "Yes. Why?" And then I joined this podcast, and it's been great to talk about animation because sometimes I feel like I'm shouting in the void when it's just like, check out this other stuff. There's more than just Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks and Illumination and stuff. Like, here's some cool films from G Kids and what have you. And then I mean, of course, I feel bad for all the film festivals that have had to shut down or not do physical stuff, but I was super fortunate to do the Annecy online one, which is all the way in the home of the Coneheads, France, and just being able to do that with with Mike and our friend Ruben, and then being able to talk to the Animal Crackers directors. And
that was awesome.
great.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, and just being able to see some of the films that I wouldn't be able to otherwise because of film festivals going online, like being able to see Wolfwalkers from the Toronto Film Festival, or On Gaku Our Sound, which is still probably one of my favorite experiences of watching a movie. That movie's just bonkers. I still love thinking about it, and just being able to do this podcast, and then getting a shout out from the creators of the Fungies and Kipo and Age of Wonder Beasts, because we were just yeah, this is cool. And then the guy who made the Fungies was like, hey, this podcast is cool. They talk about the Fungies and they loved it, and they loved the Snorch they loved the Snorch reference that I made. And
Yes.
And I was just like, they notice. And and then also just doing getting into the screener scene, being able to see Over the Moon a full month before it came out. And I have another one I'm working on right now, and then I have a few that I'm hopefully going to get to. But and then of course being happy that my family all lives in the same city, and really all of us being okay and whatnot. And and healthy and all that jazz. So that's all.
Mhm.
I think it's only appropriate that we follow him up with Mike. So, Mike,
Yes. I am thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful that we finally got this website off the ground.
yes, sir.
I'm thankful to have Cameron as my right-hand man for Renegade animation. Because of him, I've been able to see a lot more of, films that I normally wouldn't be able to get to, or I've been watching a lot more animated television. Speaking of which, I'm thankful that Brock finally got to show someone Gurren Lagann.
You talk about screaming into the void, Cameron. It's been years.
Yeah, I
I
want to
still
join
gotta
you.
watch it, man. I'm gonna join you guys too. I'm gonna watch it.
More than welcome.
If you want to
Yeah.
talk about nihilism, we can just start a Werner Herzog marathon.
I'm sure we'll do that one day. But
Oh gosh.
Oh boy, we can finally watch Grizzly Man all together now.
And
As a
those,
supplement to The Mandalorian season 1.
I scream
Exactly.
into the void.
and thus
And
the
the void
passionate
screams.
fans continue to scream into the void as it screamed into them as well. And also, Baby Yoda is the most precious thing in the universe. And if you bastards dare replace him with CGI, I will go and strangle all of you.
Fucking kill Kathleen Kennedy.
right now, I'm thankful for Jacob's impressions.
What
They
was that? What was that
He's
episode
been
with
knocking it
Rick
out
and
of the
Morty he
park
was on
today.
where he's going about like the human penis? It matters a lot to them. It is funny when they say that word.
Oh gosh.
Oh, from Rick and Morty, yeah.
Yep.
All right, Mike.
The man, the treasure. He's been shot. He's awesome.
Yeah, he was shot by a rifle and said, "Oh no, it is not a lethal bullet."
It is nothing. He's pulling his pants down, going, "I probably shouldn't be doing this."
I remember he was on the Boondocks. He was about the 2008 election, and when he found out that Huey just didn't care who won or whatever, he said, "In Bulgaria, we have a saying," and he just says it, and he just, I don't remember what it was. He says, "It means this is the most depressing fucking kid I have ever met in my life."
Oh gosh.
He said, "What do you think about Obama running for president?" And he said, "Eh." He says, "I felt my sphincter clench and my scrotum contract in shock at such a saying."
My lord.
And who can forget
Oh
the
my
parody
God.
version of him reading Curious George, where it's like, "It took 7 people to hold down a monkey. This speaks very poorly for the human race."
All right. Yeah, Mike. Got anything else?
One more thing. I'm just grateful for the entire film community that I've been a part of. Most of the circles that I run in, at least, have been positive. They've been, actively supporting all these different causes this year, and it's just been great to be a part of that.
Yeah. It's only slightly an echo of "I'm not dead."
And apparently, we're all grateful for Werner Herzog and his accent. So, anyway,
Absolutely. The man is-
let's
the man is a
let's
god.
follow Mike up with Brock.
I weirdly had the most eventful year of my life, along with the least eventful year of my life. I became a homeowner this year. I was
Awesome,
very
dude.
graciously lucky
Congratulations, man.
to buy the house that I grew up in. So
Amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
yes. Again, Kiona, I'm going to join on the train. I'm going to assume it was Mike that said something to me, but
Probably.
I eventually was asked to come on Streaming Wars, but I wasn't up to date because one of the people who has most free time in the world, doesn't use it wisely. And then ended up talking about Last of Us, and that got me into going to this stuff. So
Yeah, it was The Last of
happy
Us
to
2
be-
was your first show.
a part of all this because it gives me a chance to talk about things that I'd like to, and I wanted to talk about Last of Us real bad, so that came in handy.
Yeah, man. That was good too. That was a good show.
Oh, that was a great show.
Yeah.
I've I had to miss a convention this year because of the global bastard, as What Culture Wrestling likes to refer to it as. And
yes.
but I did still get my autograph fix and stuff like that, and got to do some cool things because of GalaxyCon Live. But this is going to seem really weird. I luckily, while being shoved in my house, have not gotten sick. My roommate has not gotten sick. My mom, who is a nurse in the elderly wing of a hospital, has not had anyone in her wing die. She's been fine. My stepdad, Jeff, who is an incredibly at-risk diabetic, has had nothing go wrong. They've had some scares, but nothing's been bad. I haven't had to get quarantined, even though there's been a couple people there. And just all around, I've been nervous a couple of times because I'm a consistent worrier. Some people know that about that, but I got to start up Fresh Takes with Mike. Got to do that. Cameron's going to be joining on us one soon. And Kiona, I know you want to get on one. We just have to figure out what the hell show we want to do. And you will gladly be in on one, buddy. We are more than welcome to have people. But the last thing, honestly, of things that happened was I did manage to get a PS5.
Yes.
It's really narcissistic to say, but I was
See it in
very
the
lucky that I
background.
got one.
I
Did
see
you
it
see
in the
Jim Sterling's
background.
video?
And I'm just thinking, maybe the scalpers prices aren't so bad.
No,
God,
realize
don't
no,
I
they're
will
bad.
tell you one thing I'm
Don't do
very
it.
happy for. Some scalpers are starting to get doxxed and having their inventory
Yes.
stolen and given
Yes.
away. I'm very happy about that.
Dude,
Good.
I'm sorry,
Dumb
but
enough
you
to
know
go
what?
online and brag about it.
I actually had the
Yeah.
scariest event this week where it's like I thought I found a Xbox Series X for like $600. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I ordered it. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh fuck, it's a scam site. Shit, cancel. Oh my god.
No,
I
the
got my-
best part about that is the fact that there was I can't remember, but it was something ridiculous. It was like over 400% jump in sales of Xbox
One X.
One S's
Yeah,
and One X's
Oh,
because they
gosh.
thought they were getting Series X's and Series S's.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
pretty sure like even the guy
I
in
feel
charge
so
of
sorry
Xbox
for-
is like, I'm pretty sure you guys meant to order an Xbox One
I feel
X.
so
and
bad
thinking-
for every grandparent that's just trying to be nice for their kids.
Yeah.
And I have an Xbox Series X, but you got one. The
Yeah,
Xbox Series X at
Yes,
home.
we have at home. No, the best one was, can I get a PS5? We have a PS5 at home, and it shows a PS2 and a PS3 taped together.
So,
I've had,
remember,
like I said, an important year, but a very uneventful one. And I would much rather, for me, a no news type of thing is good news.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm,
Best
yeah,
tell you-
at this point, yeah,
the-
my
the-
phone not getting like 20 alerts is a good day.
Yeah.
The funniest
very
thing I
happy.
saw was on Twitter, and someone had a garage full of PS5s, like all of them and everything, as much as they could, digital and non-digital. And it was just like, yeah, I got a lot of them here. And somebody commented, I'm gonna rob you. And then it turns out the dude actually did rob him and stole everything. And he lived. He found out he lived literally right across the street from the guy. So it
Well,
was just
Well, they're dumb
Oh.
enough to brag about this stuff online, and then people are doxing them and getting their addresses.
Oh,
and
man, yeah, so
stealing
it's
the
like-
stuff. Just
It-
like,
it's like playing bowling with the bumpers on, and you have the ball that is remote controlled, and you are able to steer it straight ahead where you can get, I don't know, a home run or whatever the hell you do in bowling.
right.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
pinball,
too.
Honestly,
basically.
living right across the street from the guy, it's like that line from Tales from the Borderland. Last words from someone who got stabbed. Oh, what are you gonna do? Stab me?
That's a
Man,
great
that game was amazing.
Yeah.
The dialogue was nuts. Yes, it was.
All right, so before we get into the real heavy stuff, Josh, list of things you're thankful for, man.
Thankful for. I'll go ahead. I'll be the, I want to say sixth person to say this site.
Thanks, man.
Because you know, I was there since the very beginning when Kiona was saying, hey, I want to start this site up, and I was saying, hey, go for it. And here we are, and we're actually doing it, and we've had
Yeah,
some
man.
pretty great shows this year.
Yeah.
The highlights for me are still, of course, that one free for all where just it was me, you, Mike, Jacob, and Crystal
The
and Hayden.
Unplugged.
We just
Hayden, yeah.
went nuts roasting Ernest Klein and everything and talking about squeaky boobs.
Yeah.
And then
That's funny.
the Final Fantasy VII remake
Oh, dude, that was
episode.
fun.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
that was amazing.
even then, like another thing I'm thankful for, it's really hard to be thankful with a lot of things this year because this year has been a real nipple twister.
Mhm.
But
Put it
you know,
lightly.
you take the good with the bad, and if for nothing else, I can now say I'm an award-winning filmmaker.
Woo!
Nice.
Damn right,
Moderately
man.
successful
That's
short
true.
film.
Well deserved.
And I'm also thankful for the subscribers on my YouTube account that still stay with me, even if it's only like less than a quarter of my 14,000 subscribers. Every time I still get a good view count on my videos, I count myself really lucky, especially when they let me go to such places like, oh, I'll talk about a Spielberg movie and how it ties into 9/11.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm thankful to have helped you out, Josh, too, with a couple of them.
Yeah, thank you for that,
Oh,
Jacob. Seriously.
Speaking of Jacob as well, I gotta say I thank him for actually working on some of my videos, doing a pretty good
Yeah.
job too.
That was fun. That was really was, and I look forward to helping you write the scripts for your Titanic and Orson Welles ones.
Yes.
And for helping me out with the Last of Us 2 review there too,
Yeah.
Jacob. You did a great job.
He's
helping
everyone's
out with that,
wingman.
I appreciate it.
It
Yeah,
was my
man,
privilege.
He's the
Yeah.
proofreader. He is our copy editor extraordinaire. That's Jacob. Crystal, what
Well,
about
Oh,
you?
thanks, dude. Thanks. That means a lot.
Well, before we go on, I just want to
Sure,
say, Josh and Crystal, I still remember when we did our first like tuned up or Renegade animation on TV shows, and we talked about DuckTales. I remember I made you two laugh, just like a small thing when I was just like, it's time to remember, like to wax poetically about my memories of the old DuckTales. Little pause. I have none. So
By the way, before I hand the
luck.
microphone off to Crystal,
Yeah.
I want to say, Michael, I was chilling out with Kawaii Kyle while he was editing the episode where you bring up the news about Hilda. I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
point out, I remember very early on I was telling you about Hilda, and you still haven't given it a shot.
Don't worry, we will fix that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got Hilda, dude. It's
But
a
it has the
great
Game of Thrones
show.
girl in it. Hilda's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It really is something magical, but yeah, I'm just saying, I have
Well.
ears, you know?
Well, if y'all want to join us, we're going to probably talk about it alongside the final season of Great Pretender. So
We'll see how it goes. Hell
yeah, no, see how y'all do.
Really.
All right, Crystal.
All right, woman.
All right, Ernest Cline.
Speaking of, like any great
boy.
Bond villain, Ernest Cline will return in.
a little bit.
I know,
Very
I know,
soon.
and I'm dreading it.
Yeah.
Jesus, this year has been quite the doozy for me, mainly because I just turned 18 this year. And so I'm missing out on quite a lot. Missed out on graduation, prom, last day of school,
Oh,
whole
man.
bunch. So, and then on top of that, a lot of family drama. I'm sure everybody is aware.
Yeah.
Things have been
Yeah.
kind of really difficult, but you know, I do have to say that there is a lot to be thankful for. Mainly, a lot of my own personal accomplishments. I graduated top 10% of my class.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was really nice. And then I started my first job. I landed a job on my first job interview, and then
Awesome.
within 3 months, I made second best agent in the whole company.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Fourth
awesome.
month, I made first
amazing.
like top agent in the whole company, and then I had to quit
Nice.
because of my home situation. But aside from that, you know, I've gone above and beyond despite, you know, everything that's been going on. But I have to say I'm most thankful for having Josh here with me through all of it, because I wouldn't have been able to do any of it without him.
Yeah, Crystal,
And you-
I gotta say, when we did the first mental health one, I really admire your bravery. Okay,
Yeah.
you're coming forward with how candid you were about, you know, what you were going through, and you know that took guts. You know, it really did, and yeah, we really do value you here.
Thank
Really
you,
do.
guys. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I'm really grateful for you guys, because there was a lot of times It's so weird because I can't I always forget that I was just in high school this year, and it feels like I've been going through this for the entire year that I haven't been in school, and I feel like I haven't been in school in years, and it was literally just a few months ago, and it's crazy. But I look back on those times, and I wish I had that, because things were just so much more simpler, even though I was going through so much. And you guys helped me out through all of that. And I can't thank you guys enough.
Well, you're welcome, Crystal. And thank you for being such a vital part of, of this show and this podcast, this website, and for helping me and Josh out, and for just bringing so much joy and laughter to the show. So we appreciate that. While you guys are all here, I do, and at the risk of sounding extremely cheesy and extremely like a softie here, which I basically am in my heart of hearts. But I just want to say, while you guys are all here, that that you guys have enriched my life, and you guys have really kept me going when I've hit rock bottom, and I have a few times this year, and I have really been down and out and just wanting to give up everything. This week has been up and down for me, which I won't go into on the show, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's been a really rough week for me, even though and I knew this. I knew as soon as I said that we're going to do a show about being thankful, I knew the other shoe was going to drop, and this year was going to be oh no, you fucking aren't.
That's the final boss.
And yeah, exactly. But you know what? I mean, this has been a really, you guys have kept me going, and you guys have been there for me, and I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry I'm getting so sappy, but without you guys,
don't worry about it.
That's okay.
without you guys, Renegade Pop Culture RPC would just not exist. Because there was a moment where I was just going to drop it, and I didn't, because you guys told me no. You guys told me we need this. It means something to you, and I'm so grateful for that. And we've had some people that have not liked what we've done, and have
yeah
and have basically tried to undercut us, and it got to the point where they started insulting you guys, and I won't stand for that. So at that point it's no, you're cut off. So basically what I'm trying to say is that this website has given me a purpose when I don't really have a job, and and things are kind of on a downward spiral sometimes, and and you guys kept me from giving it up, so I really appreciate you. And I wish that Tony and Zane and Hayden were here, and Kirsten was here. Kirsten is my best friend, and you guys may know her from the Buffy episode that we did. She and I did, and I really appreciate her as well. So you guys are the best, and I couldn't ask for better co-hosts and better co-workers and people helping me with this site. I'm grateful to Randy also, who wrote the tech articles for us, who did a really great job. He's my old friend from my Starbucks days, and we both worked at Starbucks in Hawaii. So when I lived there, so so we knew each other from there. And also to my old Blockbuster coworker John, who helped me with the back end of the site, and who helped kind of clean it up a little bit, and is still willing to help us out and stuff like that. And so I'm grateful to him. I'm just the people that have come to bat for us, and the people that I've known for any period of time in my life that have helped me maintain this site are just wonderful people. So I really appreciate everybody. As for stuff, to get to the happier part, I'm grateful for all the great games we've had to play, man. We've had some great games this year, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima was one. We've had, Doom Eternal. We've had the Animal Crossing. We've had just some awesome stuff to play while we're in this stupid quarantine thing. Last of Us Part 2 was just an incredible experience,
Mhm.
even though there were moments where, it challenged your preconceptions. But you know what? I actually don't mind that. By the way, I have a puppy, so if you hear any squeak toys, it's the puppy in the background.
That's
It's
fine.
all
Um,
good.
It's all
It's
good.
all
It's
work.
okay. It's okay.
I'm grateful for her too. I'm grateful for my puppy who just picked
Yeah.
up, so she's in her her dog bed right now. She's
Mhm.
just learning the ropes here. But I'm grateful to the guys who worked on and designed Last of Us Part 2 and who worked on Ghost of Tsushima and who worked on like Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is my personal game of the year. And I think will still be even when Cyberpunk comes out. But we'll see about that. Maybe
If
we'll
it
count that
comes
towards
out.
the
It's
next year.
generation.
scarily close.
Dude,
now
it's
that it's
scarily
like
close. Yeah.
we're betting our lives on it. It's coming
I'm
out this
hoping
time.
it's
I'm just
December
like,
10th because I
Ugh.
pre-ordered it.
Just imagine how many people are like, "Come on, man! I can die after I get Cyberpunk delayed another month." No.
No, please no. But it seems like they're gonna hit that deadline, so I hope
Yeah.
so. And I, you know what? I mean, that brings up something that Cameron, you always mentioned, which is a really good thing to mention, which is that the developers need to be taken care of who
Yep.
make these
Yeah.
games as
Yeah,
well.
sorry. I used
No,
to.
I agree with you totally.
No, it's just I used to write for a gaming website.
Yeah.
Not going to mention the name just to
Okay.
be out of respect for the
Understand.
people I worked with. It's one of those things where it's like I like the people I worked with and not like the higher ups.
Understand.
And then it's just and I was also a QA tester, and I'll have to post
Oh.
this in the group. You can see me in an ending in one of the games I tested on.
oh,
So
cool.
Oh, sweet.
yeah, it's a small indie game called Missplosion Man. It's
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think I know
That's a
that
great
one.
game.
yeah. If you watch the wedding sequence, you'll see me in that one.
That's awesome,
nice.
man.
Yeah. No, I tend to keep that on a down low. Not that it's my tragic backstory. No. But no, I just
Oh, we all
forget to bring I forget to bring it up because my QA stuff kind of ended abruptly, just not in a great spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I don't understand. One of my friends is actually a QA tester for Activision. Worked on the latest Call of Duty
Oh,
game.
boy.
Has tons of horror stories.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, like the stuff I worked on with Twisted Pixel is great. It's just like
Mhm.
for my short time I worked at Visual Games, I was like the tourist coming onto the Titanic right when the Titanic was sinking. So
Mhm.
that kind of
Hey
thing.
guys, what party are we gonna have? Oh,
And over to our left, you'll see an iceberg. Ah!
No, but no, I've been playing like Pikmin 3 Deluxe on my Switch. I didn't realize how short that game was. If you just go through it. And I've been playing Kimono Heroes, which is this fun retro style game on the Switch. It kind of reminds me of the old Mystical Ninja games.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean, just in
dude.
the sense that it's very like Japanese folklore heavy and whatnot. You can tell like all the enemies are like yokai and whatnot. But yeah, I did play a little bit of Last of Us Part 2. I kind of like tried to go through it, like through a lot of it, and I just realized like, man, this is a long game. Not that I wasn't enjoying it. It was just like
It was a long game, man.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
a-
just like
it's like I described it as it's the game of the year edition of a game, but without there actually being a game of the year edition with all the
then what are you gonna call the
DLC.
Cyberpunk game? Because it's like,
Finally,
how
it's
long-
here edition. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best part is like the first 6 hours got leaked online, and then the developers are like, we don't care. That's like the prologue. There's still
Yeah.
like 200
Yeah,
hours
dude.
left.
Well, one of the people said they put 175 hours into it and didn't finish the game.
yeah.
I kind of
gosh.
believe
That's
it.
whoa.
But no,
I believe it.
but I remember when
Gerard the completionist on it.
oh gosh, good luck to
Ugh.
him. But no, I remember I was playing Last of Us Part 2 and I got to the first scene, like the first sequence where you're introduced to those psychotic cult members.
Oh yeah.
And it's like they did that little whistle sequence and I was like,
Yes.
oh, I wonder what's going on here. I climb over the ledge, I get shot with an arrow, and I was just like, ah!
That scared the hell out of me.
Same here. Scared the
Oh,
shit out of
God.
me.
Did you guys see the state of play where they actually showed that sequence? And did you still get scared even after?
I
like,
didn't even
they
watch it.
I
showed
remember
it?
watching it.
Because I saw that sequence on the state of play, and then I played that sequence, and I was like, "Oh crap!" When
Oh,
it
gosh.
happened, I was just like, "Whoa!" Like the impact of it and the sound cue of it was just
Yeah.
crazy, man. But
But no,
That whole
I
part's terrifying.
I wish I could get like an Xbox Series X on PS5 because I really want to play Yakuza Like a Dragon because that's like up my alley of what I
If you-
like.
Oh,
if you buy it
dude,
now, you
I've
can
heard
get the
so many
PS5
good
version on the
things.
Xbox
No,
Series X.
it's just like I'm a huge fan of Yakuza, and I got like all the Yakuza games on my PS4, and
Which one do you think is the
The
best
the
one?
feeling of the RPG switching it, from what I've heard
Yeah.
from Pat Stares at, he said it's the best version of that game they've ever made by a country mile.
I bet.
Really?
man.
Even more than Yakuza 0?
Oh, Yakuza
Apparently.
0, that's a good one.
He said it was great. Not in many times when you get a party character in your RPG party that fights with a telephone.
Yeah, I hear
Uh,
it's like crazy and it's full of like old school like gaming references and Sega references too.
I'm
Crazy?
fine with
That
that.
goes without saying. This is the franchise
I mean,
where
crazy,
someone.
yeah.
I mean, this is a franchise where the main character like drop kicked a guy through a window and almost falls out the window.
I support it.
Yeah.
I support it completely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, without belaboring the point here, just for things that I'm grateful for. Grateful for my family, of course, and grateful for you guys, and grateful for like all the cool games and the cool comics and just the really awesome things that we've got to experience this year, even though it's been like a weird, freaking bizarre year,
Oh man.
even in
yeah.
terms of
the
like
Twilight
releases
Zone.
and things like that. But at least we've had stuff to keep us busy.
Yeah.
And,
Definitely.
and
Yeah.
and I can't wait for Cyberpunk personally. That's so my kind of game. So I'm just
Yeah.
I'm reading the world book right now that Dark Horse put out. I'm
The
reading
best
that
thing was when GameSpot had like a 20-minute interview with the developers where it's just called "How to Have Sex."
I saw that too.
Developers are getting so awkward. It's like, well, you pick up the prostitute and you pay her. It's
Oh
like,
my
well,
God.
we're gonna leave the room for like 5 minutes.
And then you
Oy.
get her a cup of hot coffee.
Oy.
Oh my God.
And that's a reference, folks. No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No.
Right, everybody.
All right. So we are just so now we can get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, the turkey and stuffing of it, so
Ooh.
to speak.
Mm.
Who wants to start off? Who
I'm
has
gonna
a
start.
main topic?
I do.
All right.
Okay,
Let's hear
whoever's
it.
up, go for it.
I got one.
Who said
I
it
got
first? Who said it first?
One. I did. I did.
Go ahead.
You did.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So honestly, recently I was able to catch some movies at my local theater through very specific guidelines, very specific health codes. I was able to catch some movies in theaters. I saw Tenet in IMAX, which I did not like at all. Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
No. It
But
was
it's-
just
Hmm.
it was
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
it was the most confusing thing I'm also it doesn't help, I'm not exactly I'm very easily distracted sometimes when I'm watching a movie, like, because sometimes I have so much on my mind that I can't really focus all that much. But even though I know how confusing it was, I just took that to mean, okay, well, it's a movie that you got to pay extra attention to. Okay, that's probably what they mean by it. Like Inception, that was you had to pay a little more attention to that one too. So I'm sure it won't be. But no, I mean, it is incomprehensible. Like it's clearly Christopher Nolan high off the smell of his own ass, trying everything he can. It's just like every time there's apparently supposed to be an emotional moment in it, I felt nothing.
Yeah,
Because
the
like
characters, there's nothing to them. The characters are like lame.
yeah, I was just trying to make sense of like how this time travel thing works, because okay, what do they mean by that? What do I mean by, and all of a sudden we're like on a car chase and like they're trying to get a briefcase from like this truck and like it's just like I really wanted to like this movie because I'm the kind of guy, when I watch a movie as ambitious as this clearly is, like I want to get into the director's mind. I want to let the director speak to me. Like, I want to be on common ground with them. I just couldn't with this movie. I just couldn't because it was trying so hard to be complicated. It was just, I didn't.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You're really scaring me because I'm basically able to get a copy of it through questionable means because I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to give Christopher Nolan money. So, maybe that's an admission, but I've been slowly kind of building myself into, okay, maybe I don't know. It looks nice. It's looking
Cameron-
okay.
I'm gonna pick it up probably.
I like Nolan, but I'm starting to wonder, like, can he just make one movie? Just one movie that has a linear timeline. I love Dunkirk, but it didn't really need 3 timelines going back and forth. This is a freaking World War
really.
II movie.
I think
Come on.
I think that worked for what he was trying to do. Cameron, you're gonna say something. What were you gonna say?
But you guys, you don't understand. It's the movie that saved the theater, the cinema.
Bullshit!
Cinemas.
God.
The worst part was how much he kept delaying. It was like, delay it. Fuck it, just put it in.
I was like, when I was
Oh.
over, I was like, so that was it, Chris. That was the movie that couldn't wait until a vaccine was distributed.
Nope.
You have to have
No.
people risk your life to see that.
And 70mm IMAX super screen.
Well, it's also one of those things where I saw all over Twitter people like, I'm going out of state to see Tenet, and then they come back and they're like, well, that was a waste of time. And
I was gasped. Me too.
I'm not kidding. The best thing to come out of Tenet was the Red Letter Media episode where they just talked for 10 minutes about what if we had a time travel movie with Danny DeVito called Tent, where an elephant kills like young Hitler, but also kills at the same time like Marie Curie. So they got to go back in time and make sure that the nuclear bomb gets made. And it's like, this sounds more fun than
Jesus.
Tenet because Tenet was boring.
I will laugh
Yeah.
my ass off when James Gunn's Suicide Squad comes out and actually does save cinema.
oh gosh. No, it's just if WB and Nolan wanted to save cinemas, they would have found a way to get the theaters all bought out, make sure that their payments are made and what have you, because it's like nobody's going to go into if they wanted people to go to a cinema, they would have shown Wonder Woman 84 or the soon to be Criterion classic Tom and Jerry and
Or Mortal Kombat.
Oh gosh. No, but
The Martin
it's
Scorsese commentary track.
yeah. No, oh man, now I can't stop thinking about Martin Scorsese on the Tom and Jerry Blu-ray commentary track to be like, this is cinema.
Disney,
Yeah.
that's just a roller coaster. Now this
Yeah.
is cinema. This
Yeah.
is how you make a movie.
Actually, other movies that I got to see in the theater. I saw Unhinged. That
Oh
Russell
my
Crowe
god.
movie
yeah.
where he just
Oh
has
my
road rage.
god.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I
I
don't
saw that too.
I hate that movie's marketing. It's like, oh, I survived
Oh.
unhinged. And it's like, like,
yeah, that was
oh.
real shitty of them. But
Yeah, they were
no.
literally like, you can go risk your life in the cinema and go see Unhinged. And
Like Unhinged, it was fun. It was just kind of fun. She's like B movie kind of like it was
Yeah.
basically Spielberg's Duel, but you can see the driver this time. No,
That's
listen,
That's appropriate.
Russell Crowe as really works as a crazy, angry psychopath, and he's good in the movie too.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned.
Yeah.
The weird thing was just the accent that he had the whole movie. It was like if he
That
just
was
talked
so
like he did in The Nice
strange.
Guys, that would be fine. But he's just like, "Excuse me, ma'am.
You wanna get a
you
courtesy
do
tap?"
Courtesy tap. Yes.
I
Oh,
love-
Would I get a
gosh.
courtesy tap from you?
I think Unhinged. The only problem is there's potential there to make a much smarter movie than they ended up making.
Yeah.
Like because they do talk about road rage of how people are just so angry these days and
road rage.
irresponsible, and
Right,
it doesn't
right.
really run with that though. It just kind of just makes it as just a setup for this scenario.
For my money, the best parody of road rage was probably from that Simpsons episode where they just go, "Well, if you fire a weapon on a television screen or send a threatening letter to a celebrity, but don't get angry on the road." As it cuts to a judge yelling, "I send you to kiss my ass."
Ryan, to that what I think it was like the Tiny Toons Halloween special where they made fun of Duel, and
Oh yeah, where it's the truck is literally
Yeah.
alive.
yeah, the truck is inside the bar, like the Wile E. Coyote son, or the son of Wile E. Coyote or whatever that he is,
Whatever.
walks into the bar. They all look at him. Then you see the truck drinking like a milkshake or something, and he looks over at the kid.
I think
Moving
I
on.
remember that.
Moving on, I also
Great.
saw the New Mutants at a drive-in theater, which
Mhm.
I'm
I
so
think it
sorry.
worked.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I liked it at first. Probably the fact that I was on a drive-in kind of clouded my judgment because that is, I think, the perfect environment to watch a horror movie. But watching it again recently, it's okay. It's there. It ends the X-Men franchise on a more interesting note than Dark Phoenix ever could have. So I'll give it that.
It's the movie that represents that gif from Titanic. It's been 84 years.
No movie has better been summarized. I'm not kidding. I think the only movie I could think of that got delayed more times was like some shitty like Amityville sequel. That's it.
Or Animal Crackers.
Or Animal Crackers. But
Animal Crackers is good. So
yeah, that turned out good.
I feel so bad for the entire cast because this could have been like even more of a bigger thing for them, like especially Charlie Heaton and Maisie Williams, who desperately needed a big win after Game of Thrones, and it just languished even more like Game of Thrones' reputation post the finale.
Oh gosh,
and it's just I feel so bad for them, except for Anya Taylor-Joy because she's just winning right now. And this
she's fine without it.
This was a speed bump for her, just right up until the Queen's Gambit, which I still haven't seen. But
I want a whole documentary about the whole behind-the-scenes thing. No NDAs blocking the juicy details because
we'll get it in like 10 years.
This is the internet. We want those juicy details. And
those deep
creator of the New Mutants already came out like this thing sucks, so they can't even spell my name right.
apparently there's a
McLeod
commentary track. There's a commentary track with Josh Boone and Bill Sienkiewicz, and literally it's just them talking. And every time Bill tries to get Josh Boone to talk about the movie, it's just like, oh yeah, because apparently Bill was talking about the little illustrations that you guys did for the opening credits thing. That was really interesting. And I guess because I still haven't seen it, I guess there isn't an opening credits crawl.
There isn't
in that way.
No.
So he's just like, yeah, we wanted to do it, but we didn't have the money. So anyway, in this,
how do you not have the money to do an opening
when Bill Sienkiewicz is sitting there and he's willing to do it?
It sounds like the commentary track for Armageddon, where it's nothing but like Ben Affleck talking shit about the movie. Where it's like, I told Michael Bay that it's really stupid to have an astronaut. Like a drill is harder than a driller to be an astronaut. He told me to
go fuck
yourself. Wouldn't it be easier if we taught astronauts how to be drillers versus teaching drillers how to be astronaut? You quote unquote told me to fuck off, and I left.
and then he's just like, well, he's doing like the sling blade sound effect every time he sees like Billy Bob Thornton on camera going, we're making this movie, it's stupid.
I want you to understand something.
I remember an outtake from Armageddon where Billy Bob Thornton's like, well, what do you want from me, little girl? I can't help it that your dad was a fucking idiot to go up in space. He can't drive a spaceship. Like,
I want you to understand
Oh, shut the fuck up, yo.
I want you to understand something, Brock. Fucking what you just said. Crystal got up to get a hot pocket or something. She had come in briefly, and literally she heard exactly what she said, and she nearly died right at the door frame.
I think that's my favorite Michael Bay thing involved in anything. More than any movie he's ever made. I love that situation.
No, that's the best thing to ever come out of Michael Bay's career.
It's in the Criterion Collection.
I was just gonna say that.
It's in the top 5 best commentary tracks ever made by a human being.
We got RoboCop and Armageddon in the Criterion Collection,
and The Rock,
but we still don't have
the best 5 commentary tracks of all time. That one, Evil Dead 2, and any movie that has any of the what was like The Thing or.
Hold on. You just mentioned The Thing. Before we get too far away from it, if you want to talk, there's an interview between Guillermo del Toro and John Carpenter where they were out to lunch and they're talking about things. And then Guillermo del Toro goes, I know that it didn't get the respect and everything that it gets, but I really think nowadays people really understand the magnitude of what you did with The Thing and its purpose in cinema. And then John Carpenter goes, that's great. What fucking good does it do me now? And then he ordered dessert.
The best thing is all those commentary tracks for Carpenter movies. It's just like 2 friends going, yeah, how was your day, John? Yeah, it was pretty good. Kids kind of suck. We're watching a movie, I guess. They just don't talk about the movie. They just talk about their day.
So anyway,
it's great.
My favorite thing was when every time Ron Moore would do a podcast commentary for Battlestar Galactica episodes, he would always have like a scotch and like he would smoke something while he's doing it. He's
we're
like,
talking
the
about TV
smoking lamp is
episodes.
on right now, and he's
We're
like,
talking about TV episodes. There's too many good ones. Like I remember the commentary track that I think the Game of Thrones writers did for the Reign of the Castamere. They brought the whole cast. They're like, the cast had never actually seen their own deaths, and half the episodes is like Michelle Farley going like, "Oh God, this is actually horrifying." I know, oh Jesus Christ, it's even worse than what I remembered it being.
Reminds me of the commentary for what was it? The first version of Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate
Oh
Events.
God, yeah.
Where they're just like, I'm sorry, yeah, and it's like, yeah, no, but I don't know why you guys did this. I mean, I'm sorry, man. It's just like, I mean, come on, you have the book to go off of. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Oh no, the best commentary track on that DVD is with Brad Silberling and Lemony Snicket. That is just gold.
Yeah.
Was there a commentary track for like Cat in the Hat? Because I would love to actually hear someone try it.
That's one that I really want to hear.
Listen, I did hear about that. Apparently, it's the director Bo Welch with Alec Baldwin, and Alec Baldwin keeps talking shit about the movie and throwing shade at it. And he's like, the best thing about this movie is no continuity at all, but it's fun, and we like that. And then Bo Welch just laughs awkwardly.
Oh gosh,
I need to hear that commentary track.
Okay, this is my favorite commentary track. There's a commentary track for the Cats movie, and it's just the director full force going like, I think it was a very artistic movie with these very unique ideas, as like horror imagery flashed over the screen, and going like, it's a movie about ideas and ideas. He's taking this seriously, and I just can't. It's too funny.
Did he record that before it was released or after?
After. He did it.
Oh my God!
Was that commentary for the butthole cut or the other one?
We got Jellicles and we got Rebel Wilson, and it's a very bold artistic choice. It's
bold artistic vision.
And little demon mice with children's faces.
Yeah, that's the commentary track where I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to wonder if the guy who did Malos the Rob, I'm blanking on his name at the moment. If he's just like, is he in his own little world? Does he not realize what he's created?
Actually, I want to speed through these because I don't have that much to say about them. But have you guys heard of the Broken Hearts Gallery?
Yes,
I've heard of it.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it.
It was a fun movie. I surprisingly really liked it. It's a rom-com. It avoids a lot of the cliches. Actually it does do a little bit, but it does its own classic spin on them. It's a really heartfelt, really sincere, really funny movie at times, and I think it's on video on demand, so you should definitely check that out. I was really pleasantly surprised by it. Another one, and anything else to comment on that?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, another one was War with Grandpa. The family comedy with Robert De Niro in it.
Oh yes, where De Niro continues to absolutely murder his own legacy.
From The Irishman to War with Grandpa.
This is what happens when the Academy doesn't really acknowledge a new Scorsese movie. Robert De Niro's like, well, all right, I guess I'm gonna go. Why am I making him sound like Bernie Sanders?
I have no idea.
they both kind of look each
like that. Larry David as Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
like Larry David's related to Bernie Sanders. Cousins.
Now he's going back to the Dirty Grandpa and the internship. Robert De Niro.
Was it the intern? Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, I was like,
I remember War with Grandpa was a sequel to Dirty Grandpa.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something?
Here's
I remember there was a Family Guy cutaway gag. It was like, from the creators of Dirty Grandpa and the internship, here's next Robert De Niro's movie called The Toddler Bride. And it's him like as a toddler and a bride suit, and he's like, I gotta tell you something. It's my happiest day. Little bit. And then there's like, we don't know either. This film has not been ready.
Honestly, Robert De Niro is like the real life version of that thing that Adam Sandler says, I'm going to make the worst movie. I don't get an Oscar nomination. Where it's like, if I don't get an Oscar nomination for The Irishman, I'm going to make the biggest piece of crap ever. I'm going to make The Intern 2. Oh, yeah. He's going to do it. I'm sure.
What is he doing with his career when he picks these movies? He could be like in a Pixar movie or like, or be like
Shark Tale 2.
He was already in a DreamWorks movie. He was in Shark Tale.
Gosh.
Yeah. It was actually one of the better things of that piece of shit.
Yeah. Nowadays you would think it'd be like his modern day career, but that's actually back when it was kind of.
Richie co-star with Martin Scorsese, bizarrely enough.
Oh my God, I forgot he wasn't.
War with God. War with Grandpa, completely disposable. Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Another movie was Honest Thief, a movie with Liam Neeson as a guy who kills people. So it's another installment of that genre.
Look at the 10th movie he's done that. At this point,
Yeah.
can people even remember
Again,
when
Which
he was
one?
also-
The 10th Taken
movie,
adjacent film.
It's a movie where he
honest-
gets taken, a movie where he kills
Taken.
people, a movie where he kills people at night, a movie where he kills people on the run, a movie where he
Hey,
kills
hey,
wolves.
hey, he hasn't done one where he kills people and is then taken. So
Yeah.
Taken
Yeah.
3, I think.
Honest Thief. It's
Your money got taken if you saw that movie.
it's Taken 3 where he's like 15 cuts just to climb over a fence.
Right?
20.
It's like Bo Rap level of editing.
Taken
And
my
the
3
fully
was just
trained
bad.
CIA operative with like 30 years in the field openly walks into a room without thinking, picks up ungloved a bloody knife and goes, wow, that's not going to make me have incriminating evidence later. Oh, my wife's dead.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker. I didn't
No,
murder
no,
my
no, no.
wife. I don't
No,
care.
the worst part Liam Neeson scene that I've ever seen was in Taken 2. It was when he was talking to his daughter, and the daughter was just like, oh, you're just being overprotective. And Liam Neeson just gives her like the biggest stare of like, do you not remember what freaking happened last movie?
I thought you were gonna mention like, no, honey, you have to throw the grenade off the
The
roof.
grenade
It doesn't kill
sonar.
anybody.
No, but it's just like, it's like she completely forgot she got kidnapped in France and almost sold off at a human slave auction. And it's just like,
Oh yeah, and like, your best friend's still dead.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
Still Katie Cassidy.
Oh,
in her
gosh.
career.
no, I mean, like
Honestly-
it's just amazing because then you see him in stuff like a Monster Calls where he's just like really freaking good, or like in The Prophet where he's probably like his
Or
best
speaking of
performance.
Scorsese, he was in Silence. He's good in Silence.
Oh,
Yes.
love Silence. Silence.
know.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
it.
he
At
was
this
very
point,
good
at
in
this
that.
point, do the kids even remember when he was Oscar Schindler and he was taking the Jews to safety? No, he's just
Yeah.
taking.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Taking the paycheck.
Do you guys remember when he was Darkman?
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Remember
that was
when
a-
he-
that
remember
was
when
like
he was
forever
Qui-Gon
ago.
Please.
Give me that elephant.
Actually, I'm sorry. The kids
I
still
kind of
remember.
love that movie though.
Remember
kids-
him in Ted 2?
Oh my god, where he plays
Oh,
Taking
Ted.
Man
he
again.
buys a box of tricks and he's like, I'd like to understand that tricks are exclusively for children. Is that correct? He says, well, you know, they say kids are for kids and tricks are for kids in the commercials. And is that enforced by law? Not to my knowledge, no. So if I purchase these tricks, there'll be no trouble. No, you should be fine. He says, I will. You do understand that I myself am not a child. I was able to snip that out. Yeah, I was in, and he's and like and on. He says, I won't forget what you've done for me today. I would prefer that you do.
I'm
honestly,
pretty sure
it's
in the credits. I'm pretty sure the credit just called him like Taken Man or something like that. That's just what he is now. That or Qui-Gon Jinn if you're like a Star Wars fan or whatever.
Yeah.
honestly,
Should have done
it's
the cameo.
it's honestly, it's like if you just want to see Liam Neeson be all badass, I guess you can do worse, but it's an hour and a half. If you just want something to kill the time with, just go with that, I guess. Just don't expect
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
remotely
Honestly, how does
memorable.
Liam Neeson feel about your legacy going from the guy who played Oscar Schindler or Michael Collins to you're that guy who was in that terrible 90s racist kids movie and the guy who just shoots people now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also moving on, is Come Play, which is that horror movie about a kid who is autistic, non-verbally autistic. He talks with a tablet, and there's a monster inside called Larry who really wants a friend, who tries to connive him into like being his friend basically, and his parents have to help him out. This movie, it's not the most original horror movie, but I think as someone on the autism spectrum personally, it did move me kind of bit because it does kind of touch upon loneliness and the
Mhm.
isolation that autistic kids just naturally feel. And the ending was surprisingly very heartwarming. I will just say that.
Okay,
That's
so
good, 'cause it sounded like that could go really poorly real quick.
Yeah. So let me just so I'm clear on this. So there's a monster inside this tablet,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So and it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
So why did you call him Larry?
Because
I mean,
Momo
no
was
kid's gonna want to
copyrighted.
be friends with like Satan or whatever.
I know, but that's the least threatening monster name I can think of. That's like how in Dragon's Dogma, the main character's name is Ethan. And
No. The worst one was, I think, was like the first. What was that? The darn, like the very popular horror game where you're stuck in this Outlast. The main villain's called Billy. Billy, really?
oh gosh, but no, that sounds interesting actually.
Yeah, check it out. You know, it does have its cliches here and there, but I was pleasantly moved by it. It's a topical movie. I'll just say that much. It's on video on demand right now. So next movie I saw was Let 'Em Go, which is a drama with Kevin Costner and Diane Lane, who are reprising their roles from Man of Steel, apparently.
Oh God, you're right. That's weird.
Yeah, they're very skeptical about the man that their son's widow has recently married, and they think that he's been abusive to her and their grandson, and they go in to try to take away their grandson so that he would be in a safer place while trying to get away from this man's toxic as hell family. And it's a good acting piece. I will say that it's not exceptionally good drama like this, but you know, for what it is, it's good. You know, they're hella amazing in that. They have really good performances. The ending's incredible. It's a great third act, and so yeah, it's decent. Okay, it's decent. It probably won't get that far at the Oscars.
Probably not.
I'm happy at least it's not another example of the Kevin Costner is not the racist movie, because he seems to have a really weird streak of that lately.
Yeah,
like a Hidden Figures.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm a NASA man he's not racist, just like I was the guy from Dances with Wolves who was not racist. Like, is he just the old man, not racist actor nowadays?
Yeah, also is the guy who does horrible British accents, like in Robin Hood, King of Thieves.
Oh, it was so bad that to make fun of that in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah,
I think so, Brian, but Kevin Costner with a British accent.
Well, I remember in Robin Hood Men in Tights. That was at the Albert Brooks, not Albert Brooks.
Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Mel Brooks.
It's like, I am Robin Hood, and unlike some people, I can speak in a British accent. And they're like, ooh.
And the best thing, I think I was told, like, depending on what language version of that, the joke's even more direct, where like the character's name is Kevin Costner at one point, like in the German version.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Moving on. Okay, I'm trying to wrap this up. Next movie I saw was Freaky.
I've been meaning to see this one.
You mean
Now
Freaky
it's on,
Friday,
VOD.
Freaky Friday the 13th, but they couldn't get the name right.
Yeah, it's where Vince Vaughn he stabs a teenage girl with a knife, not knowing that it makes them switch bodies on Friday the 13th. It's a fun as hell movie. Okay, I have not seen Happy Death Day or Happy Death Day 2, but I really
Please do. It's awesome.
Oh, Happy Death Day is great.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, Vince Vaughn is amazing as a teenage girl in a old ugly man's body, and there's really not much I can say about it. It's just it's the best kind of horror comedy. It's where everything just comes together. It's like all the jokes pay off really well. It's not quite Shaun of the Dead, but it's up there. It's a fine little, and the girl who plays the main star, I forget her name. She's great as both this
Catherine Newman.
Catherine Newman. She's good as this vulnerable, insecure girl, and as a stone cold killer, which she becomes. Yeah, it's fun. It's good, cheesy fun. Check it out. And lastly, the final movie I was able to see in theaters just last night at a drive-in was The Croods: A New Age.
Mike and I are going to talk about that in the future when it drops on demand.
I shockingly really liked the first Croods movie when I watched to prepare myself for this. I was not expecting. I was expecting C-tier DreamWorks at best, and I just like this family. It's a very convincing dynamic they all have together. And it's I love Grug's arc through it. I mean, it's just yeah, Nicolas Cage is just phenomenal in it, as he is in practically everything, except for one noticeable exception involving bees.
Mhm.
No,
You kidding me? That
he's
was the
just
best. That was the
exceptional in a
best
different
one.
way.
I would watch that movie on loop.
The Crude's a new age. It's a good sequel. It expands on the characters, well, which is what a sequel's supposed to do. Like, I don't know what deal with Satan DreamWorks has made to have their sequels be this consistently good.
They're better at handling sequels for some reason. It's impressive.
Yeah, even better than I dare say even Pixar or Disney or like.
At the moment.
At the moment,
Yeah.
I'd say they're not as good as Pixar, but with of course with the exception of Cars 2.
The Toys or no, I didn't think actually I take that back. Just I also even if Incredibles 2 was. It wasn't off. I just didn't think it was nearly as good as the first one, though.
The joke will be on DreamWorks though when Pixar finally gets off their fucking ass and releases A Bug's Life 2 or
Don't even.
Ratatouille with the 2 in the middle of it.
Don't even with me about A Bug's Life 2.
To Ratatouille.
Good thing is there'll be no Kevin Spacey to come back.
Oh god.
Fucking Crystal hated that joke so much she flicked me in the nose.
Yeah, actually, no. I take that. I will just say that their movies are more. What I meant to say was their sequels are consistently. They have a better succession of sequels than I personally think that Disney. That they only have one glaring dud. I think it's their sequel. That's Shrek the Third. You know.
But every other direct sequel has been as
Pretty
good, if
good,
not better than the
yeah.
original.
I wouldn't go that far, but I feel like they've had a decent run. Although I feel like the Reaper's due soon.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see with that.
Yeah, the Croods too. It's really funny. I'm really thankful that Cloris Leachman is still with us. You know, so she can still be awesome as the grandma.
Yeah, she's great.
The Croods. They're surprisingly really gorgeous movies too, and you wouldn't really expect them from like a premise like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Croods too. I had a good time with it. Anyway, those were the movies that I managed to see in theaters. That's all. And yeah.
Oh, awesome,
So-
man.
Yeah,
That's a good list.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's had its ups and downs. I didn't expect Tenet to be by far the worst one of the actually I just didn't. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that I would like it because for how ambitious it was, I just could not.
I do hope you know that he's probably going to look for you now and probably beat you to death with a 70mm Panavision camera for saying his movie sucked.
Yeah.
Well, he gets phone calls of other directors saying like, "Hey, man, we just saw your movie.
That's another thing.
We can't hear you."
Oh my
No,
god, yeah.
The best one is when he went on a rant about like, "Don't you dare watch my movie on Netflix. I can't accept that."
That's another. It doesn't really. I didn't mention. It's really the most important aspect of dialogue is being able to freaking hear it. You know, and plus of the fact that it's confusing as all hell. It's the worst of both worlds, basically.
It sounds like you're describing Interstellar 2.
That's another thing. I used to think Interstellar was the worst movie he's ever made. At least Interstellar understood, to have an actual heart to it, even though if you can really tell that Spielberg that was meant for Spielberg.
Oh, I love Saves the Universe. I really can't tell that was written for Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris.
Well, I'm not.
I never liked that movie from the first time I saw it. IMDb was trying to kill me, and I'm like, no, you do your worst. I don't like this movie, Interstellar.
Yeah.
It's sappy as shit.
No, Christopher Nolan
Interstellar
bugs me.
sucked.
Christopher Nolan bugs me as a director just because he's so I get it. You love the theatrical experience. I understand it, but if people are going out of their way to see your movie and they can't hear what like the dialogue, and that's been a consistent thing. And I heard some people kind of be smarmy and saying like, well, I heard it just fine. And it's like, well, good for you, I guess, whatever. And
For
it's
you
just
and
like
your
if people are
superhero.
having a hard time hearing your movie, then that's a huge problem. And I've heard this criticism more for Tenet than like any other movie he's made.
Yeah, well, no, Interstellar maybe, because I remember there were like people on Twitter pointing out their movie theater going like, the sound editing is not broken for this movie. It's meant to sound like this.
Nolan also has the fucking gall to say that no other Batman story really approached his origin. Which, what the hell? No. Apparently, the fucker's never heard of Batman Year One.
Or a Mask of the Phantasm.
No, he has.
Or Dark Knight Returns.
Doesn't care.
No, it's really like, as much as COVID or the pandemic has been a killer for movie theaters, Nolan pushed the knife even further because of apparently for like he gets like profits off of the movie being in theaters, and it's just like, really? Oh gosh.
Really?
It was something like that. It was kind of hard to follow. It was hard to follow the lingo jumbo about all that jazz.
Well, if he was mad about Netflix, I can't imagine what he must think about, our in-flight movie today is a Christopher Nolan movie, because I had a friend that was with Jim.
Oh no!
Who literally said like, I saw Dunkirk for the first time on a plane, and I'm like, oh god, don't tell him that.
Oh yeah, I've seen this meme going around saying. This meme where it's like, I'm watching Tenet the way Nolan wanted me to see it. And it's like video now. And like the Game Boy Advanced video.
Oh
god. I've seen a lot of those memes too.
Yeah.
Streaming on a phone in front of another phone, in front of the computer screen, which I'm pirating a movie.
No.
Or it's like a drive-in, but it's like blurry as hell. There's like a glare, like a huge glare that you can barely see it.
Oh gosh,
it's so bad. I feel like even Quentin Tarantino would say, "Come on, Nolan, take it down a notch. We don't give a damn about your freaking like aspect ratio."
Now let me go focus on these shots of feet. No,
there you go. Put the camera down. Now we got a deal.
Yeah.
Like, I like your actress Elizabeth Debicki, but put it on her feet. We can talk.
All right. Who's next?
I got a
As Goldberg
small
used to
one
say.
that was kind of it has to do with movies as well. My roommate and his entire family was homeschooled. So a lot of times when I've seen movies, they haven't seen it, and the movies that they've seen, they like a lot. So it's like, it's kind of branching out. And then when we finally started to get to go out a little bit in my state after our first shutdown, we had some protocols that were lifted just a little bit. I was in a car with one of them. We were going to go pick up some takeout. And then the brother in that family that's my age, his wife was in the vehicle, and she goes, so I was wondering, since Halloween is coming up, if you'd want to be the one that would introduce us to Hocus Pocus. And I turned around and went, what? So I then found out that like all of the like 5 siblings in their family, plus her, plus another friend that I invited just to go, and then let me know that none of them had seen even a minute of Hocus Pocus in their entire life. And I'm like,
oh man. Buckle up.
How has this evaded you? All of you were at least 23. How is at not one Halloween someone went, we should watch Hocus Pocus?
I haven't seen it either. I'm 27.
Like, you haven't seen Sarah Jessica Parker's best performance?
It's true. It is.
Yes, you're right.
I'm actually not even
very
kidding,
well in
really.
that movie.
I still
so we got to rent out a theater in the local thing. There was just us. And we got to watch Hocus Pocus in a controlled environment because our theater owner here is awesome. And yeah, that was really cool. Other than the other moment, which was just tiny. We'll go back to my love for Gurren Lagann that we got mentioned there. One of the things where it's like, don't meet your heroes because most of the time they're douchebags. Yuri Lowenthal, in my opinion, is one of the best human beings on the planet, and I've always thought he has been. He's been in a lot of different things that I've liked, Ruby, Spider-Man, basically anything that needs a backup voice. And Instagram was doing live signings and stuff like that, and I found out about it stupid late. And talking about things we're thankful for, the show Zane Gurren Lagann is very helpful for me with self-esteem issues and stuff like that. And I wanted to get an autograph of my favorite person from it, which was Simone, the main character. And it sold out within minutes of when the freaking thing went up. So I'm like, all right, well, that fucking sucks. So I'll just get something else, whatever. And then I put in a note, like I had to at least tell him how much it meant to me and stuff like that. And then when I got it in the mail, package carriers, if a product says don't bend it, don't bend it. Luckily, it didn't. It was in a coil in my mailbox. Luckily, it didn't bend. But I unraveled it, and it was different than what I ordered. And it was a different Simone print than what was available to buy off of his shop for that signing. And then I looked back and watched the live signing, and he saw what I said and like went out of his way to basically change my order in Instagram's ordering system to make sure that I got the one that I wanted. I was just like, you didn't have to do that. And it was cool. It was something incredibly tiny that I thought was really cool.
Voice actors for the most part, most of the ones I've ever met, they're all nice people. Like Steve Blum,
super
Kane.
nice.
They're all cool people. Nolan North, they're cool people.
Yeah.
Patrick Warburton.
So Patrick Warburton. Yeah, you got to meet him, right, Jacob?
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So we're gonna send Tyler off now because he has to go. So Tyler, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show with us. So.
I got to do another meeting because of my darn little pirate project.
Right.
No, it's all good, man.
Still need to watch that, but I will.
Yeah, we totally have to watch it. Yeah,
we'll give you a Viking send off. So I'll get my fire tipped bow and arrow. So
my historically accurate fire tip bow and arrow.
All right, Tyler. So where can everybody find you online? And go ahead and just tell us about that the YouTube video also.
Oh, well, you can find me in the Facebook group for this and in any of the Discord for Cynical History and Debunk File. That's my YouTube channel. Awesome. I just finally released my 6-month-long video about Anne Bonny, the female pirate. That's 73 freaking minutes long. It's longer.
Great.
Yeah, it's actually longer than like the famous Polybius video done by Ahoy. Jesus Christ. And it got picked up by an interviewer in the South Carolina Post and Courier. And
awesome,
I feel pretty happy about that. Yeah,
great, man.
I'm glad to have been helped with the scripts too, and I look forward to us writing again Orson Welles and Titanic.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Bye. All right, see you, Tyler, man.
Good.
Have a good one.
See you.
All right, guys. So, okay, who else had something that they wanted to talk about here? I know Josh has a lot on his
I want to hear what Cameron has to say though, because he's seen a pretty recent movie.
Yeah, go ahead, Cameron.
Oh, boy.
Where to start? So I saw Citizen Kane. No, I'm kidding. I saw Hillbilly Elegy on Netflix, the new Ron Howard movie. And what happened to Ron Howard exactly? Because he's the guy who directed Willow, Apollo 13, like great movies. And to a certain degree, I still like Solo, a Star Wars movie.
Me too.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It was fun.
Yeah, I kind of like
but
it. It's all right.
Don't know exactly what made him want to do Hillbilly Elegy. And I said this in my personal little quick review of it. I'm writing like a play. I do these live action reviews called Play It Again, where I talk about movies that make you want to go, play it again. And I'm doing like a big batch special, and Hillbilly Elegy was one of the films I wanted to watch alongside Witches from HBO Max. Did not like that one either. But Hillbilly Elegy, even if you didn't first off, it's based off of I guess the marketing kind of hides who this is actually about, because it's it's one of those based on a true story and based off of the book of the true story of the guy. And the guy's, from what I've read, is not that great of a person. And so that's kind of tip one of sign one of I don't really want to feel sympathetic for this guy. And then the movie starts, and boy, this is the purest sample of award bait movies schlock, just overly saccharine, saturated pig filth.
Thanks.
And it's probably the most blatant movie that says I want an award. I don't care how many I get, I want one. And I call it a Frankenstein stitched together film. It's not even like a quote unquote a film. It's a bunch of clips stitched together like Frankenstein's monster that like it hits all those Oscar movie or award show movie tropes and scenes. And it's definitely like probably the most Hollywoodized, fetishized version of poverty. And if I wanted to watch something like that, I would watch something like, off the top of my head, Parasite, Hell or High Water, or Shoplifters, which Shoplifters was great. If I had a choice in what foreign movie won the Oscar instead of Roma, I would have chosen Shoplifters.
Have you seen, Cameron, have you seen The Florida Project by any chance?
I know of it. I have yet to see it, but
Dude, check it out.
Yeah. No, and a lot of this movie is banking on the fact that it has Amy Adams and Glenn Close in what, to be fair, is frankly impressive makeup. It's pretty impressive looking, but it's also like but since I know that, I can tell, and it's constantly distracting because they're always kind of stuck on one facial expression. And apparently I found out that I have a different use of the term of the phrase "I don't know" depending on my mood. And I'm just trying to go through this as like without saying "I don't know." Just it's really mean spirited. It just really likes to revel and just like this kid had such a rough life and his mom was a terrible person back then, and it's just like it's too much. Like to the point that like the first thing she does is yell at her at the point police boyfriend that they got a dog. And like a lot of people are like loving Amy Adams, and I'm just kind of like, I don't see an award-winning performance. If being an award-winning performance is like being the biggest garbage fire of a human being, okay, I've seen it done better in so many spots. And then of course there's that one scene that the trailer and everybody loves to make fun of. There are three kinds of Terminators. There's there's the good Terminator, the bad Terminator, and the neutral. And it's just like, even in context, that just doesn't work. And I get what they're trying to do. That's the worst part about this movie. I get what they're trying to do, but this comes off more like that movie from I think 2 years ago or so, Boy Erased, with Lucas Hedges and whatnot, Russell Crowe, and I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen it yet. But I also
I have.
I mean I've seen Boy Erased. But the one I'm about to reference also is
Beautiful Boy.
Yeah, Beautiful Boy. It's that kind of movie, and I mean Glenn Close is good. She's great. But it's also like, that's not a shock to me anymore. That's like, everybody's like, oh, Joaquin Phoenix was great in Joker. Well, yeah, it's Joaquin Phoenix. I'd be more shocked if that was a bad performance from them. And it's just like, it's so boilerplate, by the numbers, award season schlock. And even if I didn't care about this guy, if I didn't care about his politics, the movie is poorly paced. It jumps around the timeline so many times, and you get why it's paced like that, but it's also just not pleasant to sit through. It's 2 hours long, and all I'm thinking about is, man, I can't wait to see Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, because that movie's only 90 minutes, and you don't hear that for a lot of award season contenders, where they're like actually shorter than 2 hours. And of course, it's also, Chadwick Boseman's last movie. So I want to see that.
Me too.
So it's like, I was actually thankful that I had to go down for work after I paused the movie. And I don't know. And like the guy who plays the author of the book and who it's based on, he's fine. But yeah, it's so exhausting. I'm so drained just thinking about it. It's not a good movie. I haven't seen a whole lot of movies, but it's like my pick for the second worst film next to Artemis Fowl. And
Ooh, that is
yeah, and if this thing gets a award nomination in anything, I will be shocked. Maybe a nomination for makeup, maybe one for Glenn Close. I don't see one happening for Amy Adams, but I don't know how the award system works because they let the Joker win a Oscar, so yeah, so be it.
Also, Norbit was nominated for best makeup.
But at least that makes sense. At least Darkest Hour makes sense with Gary Oldman under that fat suit and makeup. At least I could ignore the fact that he was wearing a fat suit and makeup.
Or Suicide Squad winning best makeup
over Star Trek.
Oh gosh.
But I will make this one wager, and I don't remember if it came out at the top or not, or no, I think we said this before, but if Hillbilly Elegy does get nominated for anything, for a single award, I will sit down and watch it solely because, I have to believe that Ron Howard can do better. And on top of that, I really love the writer, Vanessa Taylor. She was one of the few writers on Game of Thrones that actually seemed like she knew what she was doing. And she co-wrote The Shape of Water with Guillermo del Toro.
That I love.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Of the best picture Oscar winners, I think. Recently.
Yeah, if this thing had any chance of winning awards, it has none now. But who knows? The award season crowd is kind of nutty to me because it's just all the we're not even trying to hide the fact that we get bribed to well, not bribed. That's harsh. That we get swag to convince us to vote. And not to say I wouldn't mind having some of that swag. I mean, I see some of that stuff and I'm like, man, I want that. But I just don't know if we're trying. I just don't want to see this get nominated for anything just because we just had Parasite win. And
yeah, that would be quite the downfall.
No, yeah. Well, there's another movie I'd rather watch. Downfall, though.
Downfall. That's a good one. Actually, about Ron Howard, I gotta ask: is there anything distinct about his directing style?
No. He's a very journeyman or whatever that term is. He doesn't have. There's nothing that I haven't seen here, and like I said, it's not a great movie. I'm just be ready to be emotionally frustrated and drained at the same time. Yeah. But luckily it's I have other things to watch. I haven't finished it yet, so don't spoil anything. And that's just because I haven't had time to finish it. I decided the next thing I'm going to watch is Palm Springs. And I'm just
I am excited for you to finish that.
Me too.
I'm only halfway through, and I'm already loving it way more just off of the first scene that happens in that movie.
That's my second favorite of the year.
That's a huge candidate for the best original screenplay this year.
Yeah, but it's no, it's I think unless Ma Rainey's Black Bottom ends up being my favorite live action film of the year, it's still going to be The Five Bloods. And
same.
But luckily I had other things to bounce off of to avoid the sitting there and just being mad at Ron Howard making another mediocre movie. And because I've been watching Ted Lasso on Apple Plus, which that's a really good show. It's nothing new, but this is a movie about Jason Sudeikis, who plays a football coach who goes over to the UK to teach a very different kind of football. And it's so good. And it just makes me think man, if I knew about this show firsthand, I think Apple Plus would have more subscribers. It's one of those shows that you watch it for that, not for Greyhound, but you obviously get it for Wolfwalkers because duh. Yeah. But it's such a charming show. It's constantly funny. And the whole conflict is that he's trying to make this soccer team better. And the person who owns it is trying to make it fail. And then when one of her plans doesn't go through, she calls her assistant and she's like, Alexa, give me, pardon my French, give me shithead. And it cuts to her assistant at home eating breakfast with his family. And it's just kind of sad to see that. It's funny, but it's sad. That's how she thinks of her assistant. But it knows how to balance out the drama and the comedy, and I'd highly recommend this show, especially if you're looking for something for Apple Plus, and you've already seen like Central Park and whatnot, which Mike and I are definitely going to talk about soon. And then it's like something I like to do outside of like playing games, watching movies, and writing and such. I like to watch cooking shows, and not like the normal cooking stuff. I like to watch like traveling cooking shows, like No Reservations, Bizarre Foods, Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat. And I started a show called Somebody Feed Phil, which is about the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond. Let's see, what's his full name? I just misspelled Everybody Loves Raymond. Phil Rosenthal. And he travels around to different countries like any other normal food show. But he brings a super optimistic energy to it that I miss in those kind of shows, because I feel like after and rest in peace Anthony Bourdain, but after No Reservations, they kind of brought like a food show host should be like a slightly too cool for the room, edgy kind of personality. And Phil just loves what he's doing. He loves traveling all these places, talking to the people, talking about the culture. It makes you feel good for the human race. So it's super charming. Do not let the whole like, oh, it's another rich person traveling around trying food, like get in the way of that. It's so good. It's so charming. And
You make it sound good.
yeah, it's and he's consistently funny. And it's like I just realized like, oh my gosh, Phil Rosenthal just basically put himself into Ray Romano for Everybody Loves Raymond, because they're basically the same person, just the same how they talk, how they deliver their lines. Like when he went to, I think like someplace in Iran, and he was talking about like how there's a super tech capital there, and then he's just like, well, you know what, we invented, like the button on airplanes where we press it and we talk to the person and say like, my seat's not low enough, or we made like the annoying sound that you put on like doorbells and such, and we invented complaining. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It will lift your spirits up, and it's like one of those shows that it's like right there, you'll want to watch it, like, and keep watching it. And of course it's like it's Tel Aviv, that's where he went. Just watch it, it's really good. And
it sounds
go ahead.
It sounds like the kind of stuff that Apple TV Plus really needs at this point, because they didn't really have the most successful launch just last year. But I think this could be the part where they really turn around, because they also, with this Wolfwalkers and the fact that they got the streaming rights for the Peanut specials, it's basically like the new central hub for Peanut stuff, like with the Snoopy in space and Snoopy's Dog Days. Yeah.
No, I've talked to Mike about this, and we're gonna talk about it. We're going to talk about like at the end of the year, or maybe at the beginning of January, just talk about like what streaming service did the best. And even though Apple Plus hasn't been great, at least it'll have Wolfwalkers and Greyhound and Central Park. At least it's better than what Peacock has going for it. So
yeah,
you heard Mike and I talk about the Mighty Ones. We were just kind of like, oh gosh, let's just say what we can.
I still haven't finished it either.
No, I watched through it all, and then I'm still trying to find like moments to remember about that show, and I'm just kind of like, Peacock is just not that interesting of a streaming service. I know everybody's talking about the Saved by the Bell show, but I don't care about Saved by the Bell.
Which, just for our listeners, Hayden, who is a semi-regular on this show, actually does make an appearance on one of the episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On his Facebook.
Yeah.
He posted like he plays like I think a bully, a background bully or something.
Oh, awesome. Well, congrats to him. I'm just saying, like, Peacock hasn't made the best first impression. It feels so like, okay, everybody's doing the streaming thing. We got to have our own streaming channel and service and whatnot. And it's just like Cleopatra in space is not enough to be. I mean, of course, like I said, and I said this in the video where I talk about Cleopatra in space. It's like people are going to watch it for The Office. Well, it's like you have a million other ways to watch The Office. Why do you need another? You'll probably own all the episodes on Blu-ray or digital. So,
and it might just be me, but The Office isn't worth it.
No, it's not. I do not get the critical acclaim that show gets outside of like
Parks and Rec is better anyway.
Oh, Parks and Rec is a better
Rec
show. Superstore is a better show, and Superstore is actually really good. We just started. My sister and I just started that, and we just got done with season 2. It's actually like really. I mean, like it's goofy. It's not better than Parks and Rec or Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but oh gosh, but yeah, that's all I've been doing. Evidence has been keeping it low key, and Mike and I are about to like talk about like a slew of foreign animated films and such that we're going to watch through for this week for the next episode of Renegade Animation. So keep on look out for that. So
yeah, the next month for Renegade Animation is going to be pretty busy. We have our next show is the foreign film buffet.
Yeah.
We got another TV catch up where we will be talking about Great Pretender, the Looney Tunes cartoon holiday special.
Yeah. Well, we'll be talking about films like Bombay Rose, which I saw last year at the Animation Film Festival, which hits Netflix on the 4th. We're going to talk about the big Annecy winner, but not Annecy favorite among any of us, Kill It and Leave Town. I think if it's still available, I might make us watch number 7 Cherry Lane, which I got to meet the director of that film last year.
Nice.
Nice guy. Nice old man. And I think a few others, but I'm not sure. Well, we're going to split it up. We're not going to do another anime season impression length video. That was so much. But yeah, no, just be on the lookout.
I just realized something. I forgot to mention something at the top of the show. Josh, you and I got to interview Amy Acker this year.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
Awesome.
that's like
big.
huge, man.
That's like one of our most popular ones ever.
Yeah, dude, that was really popular. It really took off. And I got to say, like, a special shout out and thank you to Amy Acker, and a special shout out and thank you to Michaela Lee, also, who came on our show not once but twice. Who is a very, very cool person and has become a good friend of the show. So grateful to her, and grateful to Amy Acker for taking time out of her busy schedule and life to just grace us with her presence on our show and to make us feel very popular for like a week or like, a few weeks, I should say, because that one took off for a while. So that was cool.
Yeah, it's going to keep going, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, another thing that you guys are going to do for Renegade Animation is the Cartoon Saloon.
Yes.
Which I'm totally on board for. I watched The Secret of Kells just this weekend, and I still love that movie. I look forward to being on that one.
Yeah, no, we're trying to schedule it all out because I mean, technically we could just fill up like 5 or 6 different little podcast episodes just with stuff we're catching up on, like. I regret not not doing the TV shows sooner, because otherwise then we wouldn't have I'm still kind of thinking I want to talk about the one Nickelodeon show that did well this year with It Pony, or It's Pony, I forgot what it's called, and then Duncanville, which is actually a better show than I think a lot of people give it credit for. Also has Amy Poehler and what's the guy's name? He's the dad in Modern Family with
Ty Burrell.
Ty Burrell. And that show's actually better than what the advertising makes it out to be. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I completely slept on Duncanville because I just haven't really been a fan of the Fox animation domination block in at least a decade. So it completely flew under the radar.
Yeah, it's actually really charming. Like in the first episode where they're talking about Duncan getting his driver's license and to practice driving and such. Duncan he does something that I think is actually very funny. He's like, no, it's like drones get whatever I want now, Dad. I don't need a car. And then the dad starts talking, trying to be optimistic and hopeful. And then the son turns on a room, like one of those Roomba vacuums, and it goes right under Dad's feet and takes him out of the room. And the Dad's just like, oh, I've been Roomba'd. And it really works because of Amy Poehler, Ty Burrell, and because it's Amy Poehler, Rashida Jones is there also. It all works as a fun little sitcom, and I can't wait for season 2 now, actually. And honestly, I'm kind of glad there aren't any more new shows coming out, because I was just like, man, we are going to be swamped if there are any others coming out. But
Yeah, because like I just said, December's already busy for us.
yeah, and that's not even including the fact that I'm going to try to find time so we can talk about Lupin the Third the First. And
you guys are lucky then that I moved the Streaming Wars 1 to like Wonder Woman 84 to coincide with that. So that frees you up.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Well, thank you, Warner Brothers, for putting Wonder Woman 84 on HBO Max, but keeping Tom and Jerry in theaters for some reason. So
I can see it going in HBO
save
Max.
theaters.
I can totally see Tom and Jerry just being dumped onto the HBO Max because they
It
put
will be.
Scoob on video on demand. I don't see why Tom and Jerry wouldn't be getting the same treatment.
it's the movie that's going to save cinema, guys. The cat and mouse are going to save the movie theater experience. Not really, but
When Nolan fails, the cat and mouse rise from the ashes.
all right, but that's enough for me.
So speaking of which, one thing that I'm really grateful to you and Mike for, Cameron, is that you guys kept tuned up in Renegade Animation on a weekly schedule, which has been very hard for me to do with like Renegade Arcade
Or capes.
or capes.
Yeah,
Which we need to get back to. I need to start reading comics again, and I need to do something on that.
I need to watch The Boys, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. Oh man, you do. That's a great
good.
show, man.
And I've said on the podcast, I think I'm going to love it because I love shows like that.
I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Brock, you and I definitely want to get on that streaming thing. We definitely want to play like Among Us together or something, and
it is literally when it
everybody-
works for you guys, it works for me. I have the definition of no life, so I'd love to do game nights like
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah,
I have a
let's do
perfect
it.
setup to where no one's got to pay for anything. Just I'll host it just whenever you guys want to
Yeah.
do it. It's something that works. So
And it
Yeah,
was
Brock-
another great show that we had just recently was the N7 Day show.
yeah,
That was a
really
lot
good.
of fun, man. That turned out really good.
Live
Yeah,
react to
Brock,
that
you're
panel was
more-
fun.
Yeah, Brock, you're more than welcome to be on the Streaming Wars 1 if you want. And to be on that.
The problem is, I say I have no life. I don't use it well. Like I have all the time in the world to watch
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff, and then I end
Understandable.
up going through a whole day where I'm like, awesome. I got off work at 3, went to bed at 10. What did I do today? Fucking nothing.
Yeah, but you're lucky though because we have a really small selection this time because one time the previous one before we did the Halloween one we talked about 12 movies and it ended up being
I
3
remember
hours
that,
long.
dude.
And it ended up being 3 hours long, and so for the next one we're just cutting it in half basically. So
Keep me open, and if I get the required homework done, I will be
Yeah.
open for it.
yeah, we're
Well,
going
that's
to talk about Happiest Season on Hulu.
Mhm. Which I
We're
did
talking
see.
about Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. We're talking about Wolfwalkers, Wonder Woman 84, The Prom, and Black Beauty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
It's-
you guys will have fun with Wolfwalkers. Mike and I saw that and did it for an episode, and oh gosh,
And we'll
that
be
was-
talking about it again for the Cartoon
Cartoon
Saloon.
Yeah.
Twice. I get to talk. I'm fully expected to just gush over that movie twice.
I know, and I'm hoping that Universal puts Crude's a New Age on demand soon because I wouldn't mind doing that with like putting that on with like when we talk about Soul and
They're aiming to do that on Christmas Day.
boy they
perfect.
just yeah and then well aren't you guys gonna do that what oh Mike what is it one night in Miami or whatever it's called The
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
that-
like
yeah.
I think that's like for like our Oscar stuff, like for our real Oscar contenders. I think like we would have talked about this here, but we would have talked about this in the next one. But we want to make room for Wonder Woman 84.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, I definitely want to watch some of those movies, but yeah, Christmas Day is going to be packed. I guess Mike, you want to go next?
Okay, so I did a poll on Twitter yesterday, just on a whim, because one of my buddies, Musa, has been binging the Twilight films.
You're a masochist.
And it and it got me thinking. I feel like it's been enough time since this series has ended. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson have moved on to like better projects. I mean, one of them is fucking Batman, and the other one was just in Happiest Season.
Mhm.
So I figured, you know what, like maybe I should give these a try. It's been a while. Like, pretty much in a landslide, people voted yes. So expect some coverage on the Twilight films soon. if not this year, definitely in 2021.
The Twilight films were like,
Man,
it's like
that led to one of the most awkward first dates I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh,
I was student teaching when I was in college, and it was a girl that I'd known for a while and was in our friend groups. We decided to date, and then a buddy of mine was dating her friend, and then he's like, dude, she roped me into seeing Twilight, and Chase wants to go. Help me, please go with. I'm like, I guess. And it was the third to last one. I had not seen any of them previous to that, so I was unbelievably lost. We go in, and I come out to nothing but a sea of sixth grade girls, all of which who know me as Mr. Emmerich from the middle school that helps them teach. So I got to hear about nothing but that for the whole year.
oh
God.
no.
Oh, you were watching it twice.
So I got to watch Bella and Edward break a bed having sex, and I'm like, oh, that's what Twilight is. That's cool. Cool. Great. Glad I'm here.
oh my god.
Twilight has a
Came for the
weird
climax.
Yeah.
Josh.
Mwah. Good night, everybody.
Twilight
Sarah
has such a
told-
weird
Sarah told
legacy.
Tuesday.
No,
does.
It does.
No, it's just like it became the most vile thing in the world, and then it's just like then everybody's like, maybe we should just not be raging punks and just chill the f down a little. And
Yeah,
then,
I was just gonna say that hatred for Twilight, in hindsight, that was really over the top.
And the
it's-
blame
and it-
gets put on the wrong people.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is something that I'm going to explore.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's virtually well known by now that Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson also hate the movie just as much as everyone else did. All the haters did. They're like, yeah, but you know what? This is going to give me a lot of money, and then I can just go explore and do whatever I want.
And they've been doing some interesting stuff.
I-
Like Robert Pattinson, he's playing Batman, and he was in The Lighthouse.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson's just like I'm doing these movies so I can have a safe income, a nice safety net, so I could do like 3 art house movies where I jerk off in front of the camera.
Yeah, actually, Lindsay Ellis, she did a whole video called "Dear Stephanie Meyer," where she basically apologized for contributing to that pure toxicity. You know, like I remember, one of the biggest complaints was, well, you know, vampires don't sparkle when they're in the sunlight. And
Yes,
right
they
now,
don't.
my response is, you're right. You know what? You're right. Vampires don't sparkle. They also don't melt in the sun. You know why? Because vampires don't fucking exist.
Yeah.
And also,
They don't sparkle though.
yeah.
I'll stand by that.
The thing is, yeah. Also,
I'll die on that hill.
yeah. On a more serious note,
I'm kidding.
I remember I saw memes where they were calling Edward the F word.
Oh,
This isn't a vampire. This is a F word for gay people sort of thing.
Got it.
Okay,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no,
got
it.
not good, not good.
No,
not good,
don't
I
not
was gonna say
do
good,
that
that.
guys.
censorship
Don't
is weird
do
considering
that.
what you just
Not
said.
good,
Now I
guys.
got it.
That's what the
I mean,
kids
that
call a
was
bad
back
look.
then, but
Not
I
good,
mean,
guys.
yeah,
Don't-
that was an awful time for like that kind of stuff. Lindsay Ellis, she sent her video that's basically we hate it because teenage girls liked it,
yeah.
and we're just predisposed to hate anything that teenage girls like, which also explains the hatred towards Miley Cyrus and
I just thought they
Oh,
sucked
Jonas
as movies, but that's
Brothers
just
and-
me.
Yeah,
I
no.
know.
Well, that's the thing. It's like nobody is saying that like they're the new generation of like, hey, these are actually really good movies. Nobody's saying that. Everyone is just saying like, take a chill pill. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
anybody
understood.
Is...
I mean, don't call him that word or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you want to call him fuck word, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yes,
look,
exactly.
and
Because
also-
as we all know, when it comes to vampires, some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill.
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Nice.
I see you there, and you know, I feel like even now, the only thing I feel so bad is just the bad stigma that those movies carried for the actors. Even
yeah.
now, the fact that people still call Robert Pattinson Twilight Boy, they still say that Kirsten Stewart can't act, and they pretty much harass Taylor Lautner out of Hollywood.
Mm.
That is
I mean,
absolutely horrible.
I've
It's
heard-
not their fault that it's badly directed or badly
Yeah,
written or
like-
what have you.
No,
I-
not at all.
I can speak from personal experience as a director. Your cast is only as good as your ability to tell them what to do, how
Right.
to adapt this particular story. And let's face it, especially with what I'm going to talk about, source material can be fucking terrible. Okay?
Right.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
but it's all about how you choose to approach it, because as long as you get the themes down, as long as you get, you know, the basic story beats more or less okay, but reinterpret them in a different context, that's where an adaptation lives and dies.
Hey,
And
are
it's
we
not-
doing a segue here, Josh?
it's not Robert Pattinson's fault
Maybe.
or Kristen Stewart's fault that Twilight isn't a very good movie, or that their performances aren't very good, because we've seen what all of them can do better, except for Taylor Lautner. The last time we saw him was Adam Sandler. So
Well, to be fair, I've actually heard some nightmare stories about Taylor Lautner not being that great of a person because of, especially with some stories going around that failed franchise starter abduction that happened. But that's all just kind of,
Yeah.
but that's all that hearsay and whatnot. So it's just like I'm not entirely surprised he's out of it. But to be fair, Taylor Lautner has one of the creepier scenes of the Twilight films. Just the whole like, I'm gonna imprint myself on that baby.
Oh,
it's
there
like-
it is.
I'm prepared for that.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
like-
so prepared for that.
sick.
It's like okay, well, we're saying chill, but that is a creepy scene. So
Absolutely, yeah. That there's just no way in defense of the qualities of the books.
Yeah.
no, it's just maddening.
They're still really bad though. Like we
Yeah.
can't ignore the fact that, you know, as over the top as it was, that is in no way saying that they're good or that they're underrated masterpiece.
Mhm.
you can at least say they're okay, or
Yeah.
at the very best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At worst, you know, they're not for us.
I wonder which of my coworkers took home the at Blockbuster. We had this life-size Edward standee. I wonder who took that home. And what was funny was that every like morning in the bathroom, they would put him in there in the dark so that the first person to open up the employee bathroom would
Oh,
see
that's
like
awesome.
Edward.
Things
That's
out
awesome.
from not being able to work at a Blockbuster. I hate it.
Well, luckily there's one of them around.
Yeah. So, what's all this talk about a new Ready Player One book?
Okay.
Yeah,
Buckle
let's-
your
Yeah,
butts.
talk to us
Hi,
about
Ernest Cline.
Okay.
talk
here
to us
we
about
go.
the sequel.
Okay,
that
so
came out.
I actually brought up all that stuff about the adaptation and all that
Uh-huh.
because I was talking about a terrible fucking take I saw on Twitter about Spider-Man. It was from this like, don't worry, I'm gonna bring it back to Ready Player 2. Don't worry, we're gonna cringe together with Ernest Cline. But it was this take from YouTuber JXE, I think, who made this really confusing take, which was like the MCU MCU Spidey is bad because it isn't accurate to the comics.
Which one?
And then he proceeds to post 3 panels, 2 of which were from the very first issue, Amazing Fantasy number 15, with Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. It was him saying, Uncle Ben's dead. It's my fault, and this and that. And then the other panel from that where he's holding Uncle Ben's killer. He's like, it was you. It's the guy that killed Uncle Ben, the guy that I let slip, and this and that. And then the other 2 panels were from the legendary The Night Gwen Stacy Died or something. And it was Spider-Man realizing that Gwen Stacy's dead, and he's telling Goblin, you creep, I'm gonna kill you because you killed the woman I love. And everybody was like, what are you talking about? What are you trying to say here? He's like, well, the dialogue's bad, so that means these stories are bad. Spider-Man was never good.
Oh,
What?
Sweet summer child.
Okay, first off, whenever someone starts out their conversation saying he's not like the comic book, I'm like, okay, which 15 versions of that character have you?
Because every creative team brings something different to the character.
And
plus this is like a new generation of Spider-Man too, right?
Yes, and when they make a new movie, they're essentially writing a new comic, but in live action. No one ever fucking understands that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's never going to be a perfect adaptation, because if it was, it would turn out terribly.
Yeah, you know what? This also isn't accurate too. Guess what? All the new movies are lame because Spider-Man didn't give birth to himself to get organic web shooters like in that one really fucking weird comic. Therefore, all of them are garbage. Oh wait, that's not how it works?
Spider-Man's the new MCU Spidey is terrible because it never once poses the question of whether or not Spider-Man has radioactive
semen that killed Mary Jane.
Yeah, that's But no, I was so confused reading that take. I had to read that tweet like 3 times because I couldn't tell if it was a put down on MCU Spidey, a praise of MCU Spidey, or just a general teardown of Spider-Man as a character, which, I mean, I understand not everybody's not going to like Spider-Man, okay? I mean, they're stupid, but, I understand it.
I was going to say they're wrong.
Oh, Lord.
But it read so boneheaded to me because it's like, okay, for one thing, if it's this, why do you have to tear down what came before? Because yes, all those stuff ages terribly. The themes are still there.
Insulting Stan, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Stan Lee, dude.
There's a YouTuber that said, "Oh, so you only care about Stan Lee when he cameos in the movies, then, or something." But that's a whole other thing. And I just think, as far as the dialogue being bad, okay, look, comic writing in the 60s and 70s isn't like how it is now, where
that was considered sophisticated back then.
Yeah, back then, and even if it doesn't age well now, it's still, again, all about the context of what's presented in it. I mean, nobody talks like Shakespeare nowadays because that would be fucking stupid. But you know what? We still study Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, and Macbeth in high school because those stories are massively influential. And although language changes, the stories and themes don't age that much. They are still universal, and Spider-Man is universal.
Well, does anybody remember, like, back in the old Batman, there's the infamous one where it's just like, I'm going to pull the greatest boner on Batman. Yes. And it's just like... Yeah.
I also because, like, boner was, like, keyword for a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke, yes.
Yeah, it was a joke. Like, and then, Captain America might be the symbol of America, but he's also wildly racist depending on what incarnation of Captain America you're talking about.
Are you getting Mark Millar, Captain America? Are you getting Nick Spencer, Ed Brubaker?
Or are we going to talk about the time that Superman also rejected water to Jimmy Olsen when he was starving out in the desert? People do some stupid shit in comic books, people.
Oh gosh.
Or that time that Punisher was black for a day because something randomly happened. Stupid things happen.
I guess one of my favorite comic book what the heck was going on was I forgot the character's name. I think it was like Slug or something. He got
when he made a porno with Big Barda and Superman.
Yes. Yes. That's the one. And it's just like, how did that work? Or it's like there are random comic book scene like clips or scenes that I look at and I still laugh at, like seeing Darkseid chilling on a couch with a cup of coffee in his hands. Or there's the
Thanos copter.
Yeah, the Thanos copter. And
It's it's
I'm
like
so sad that wasn't in the movies. I'm so sad.
It's like
Daredevil and a Gatling gun either.
No, it's just
I'm
or like
sorry.
or Spider-Man and his dune buggy, whatever the heck that thing was. It's like comics.
Oh,
are
the dude! I had a toy of that.
Comic books have had inherently dumb but wildly amusing things go on in those things, and it's just like, come on, people.
That's the main problem. I could never get into comic books just because they're just so weird sometimes.
Well, it's not even that, or it's like
as Movie Bob says.
Who's what's her name? Not Shazam, but like Jane or the female Shazam, the one with not Billy. Sorry,
You're talking about Mary Marvel?
Yeah, Mary Marvel. And it's like, beware when she turned evil and had this. I forgot what it's called, like the Orgasmo Rod, and it's just like, I'm sorry, what?
Orgasmo Rod.
I think there was a version of pink kryptonite that would make Superman erect. It is not a lie.
Like, come on, people. That's all.
So is Viagra.
Snyder, where is that? That better be in the Snyder cut.
There's a panel of Lex Luthor. Like,
Lois suddenly brings out
Superman.
this like ring that's all pink, and she's like, "Here, put this on."
That's like, wasn't it the South Park creator's superhero called Orgasmo?
Yes. It's like, I think it was like the Countdown comic, the storyline that happened where Jane Marvel turned evil and she had this thing, and it just like they kept drawing her like getting like a rise out of it, and it's just like, okay, why? And it's also like the same comic book storyline that got like, I think one of the Titans who was like Karate Man or something, and then
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid, and he got eaten by rats.
One of the
and
Legion.
it's like, it's like, that's a great death. Eaten by rats.
It is.
And it's just like,
truly.
Okay, yeah. So sorry, Josh. Go back.
It's all good.
You guys have seen the best line from Professor Xavier that Stan Lee wrote, right?
Oh,
the one where he's like, where Beast is doing a danger room exercise and he gets on the rod. He puts his finger on the rod or something, and then Xavier's like, "Now, as the rod begins to sag, push off of it, Beast. Push off."
Good lord.
Oh, Lord.
Man.
I mean, come on now. I mean, I respect the hell out of Stan, though. That's the reason why, like, to me, it's just funny as it is, but it's not like an insulting thing.
No, yeah.
No,
So, like, don't be a random YouTuber guy. I don't care how many followers you have on freaking YouTube. Don't be a random YouTuber guy and then show disrespect to the masters, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
And it's like, I'm sure even they were just like, man, this is absurd, but we got to put something out, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Come back to me when you've seen the Marvel's Transformer comics from back in the day. Those things are bonkers.
Wasn't there a crossover with G.I. Joe with them?
Yes, and they've also done a crossover with My Little Pony. So,
because why wouldn't there be?
Yeah,
why wouldn't there be? I mean, the Transformers could really use the.
And it's like the most amusing thing. Or don't even get me started on like the manga Transformers that had like. That were like, we're like the JoJo stands of like these anime girls, and it's just like, there's some choice manga like images. So because manga and anime.
Okay.
So anyway,
I mentioned that just to kind of segue into like not in a segue, but just something I wanted to bring up before I get to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah,
we'll call this the ham because in my opinion, I like ham more than turkey. But
me too.
Ham and stuffing.
So, like I said, a long time ago, like months ago, went on the free for all. Me and Crystal basically systematically dismantled Ernest Cline's writing because I had read Ready Player One, and I had read his poetry in preparation for a video I did on Ready Player One by Steven Spielberg, which you can check out on YouTube and my channel.
of course, if he reads it, I read it.
Yes, because
no.
I can't suffer in silence, guys.
Can't
Okay, when
suffer
I read something
alone,
terrible, I need to
Yeah.
make sure I'm not the only one that thinks this is bad, right? And when Crystal grabs it and throws it across the room, I know I'm correct.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds like that scroll of truth meme where it's like, I finally found the scroll of truth, and it's like,
Yeah.
you're short. Yeah.
That's basically it. And after I had read that and I had discovered 372 pages we'll never get back, the Riff
Oh,
Tracks podcast where they read terrible books. They they also read Armada, and I remember really wanting to read Armada. And in a now deleted thing from the last mental health thing that me and Crystal were a part of, I talked about how I started reading it and how terrible that was. And I dare say that was even worse than Ready Player One, mostly because Wade Watts never once talked about how hot his mom is.
Oh, what
Jesus.
on earth?
Oh
Mainly
man.
because she's dead.
Yeah,
but-
Cameron, you missed out on the free for all we did where we talked about this. It got crazy, man.
Yeah, and
No, I've always
then
heard this
read-
book is nuts, and it just seems like I would hate every moment of it.
So let's recap with the books that we've been given. So Ready Player One, with what you've seen and what you know of it, if you were to compare it to any movie or show or book, what would you compare it to, guys? For $100, what is Ready Player One most similar to?
Project X Zone, the game where all of Namco and Capcom's characters fight one another. No.
Good choice. Here's a hint. This one's actually on the back of the box, on the back of the book, as one of the praise blurbs.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I've heard about this.
Enchanting. Willy Wonka meets the Matrix.
I was gonna say
Hold
that.
the fucking phone. What?
Okay. Josh, you brought up who it was, I think Quinn Reviews, that you saw a video of, and you saw a comment there that said, my English professor recommended this book, and they said that having your professor recommend this book is like finding out your history teacher is a Holocaust denier.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, wow. That's savage.
I will be a little bit kinder to that because one of my favorite teachers actually loves Ready Player One. I heavily disagree with her, but if
Of
she's
course.
listening, Amanda, agree to disagree. You made some good points, so I will leave it at that. But okay, so there was that, and then there was Armada, which since that section was deleted by Kawaii Kyle, it was edited out. Let me briefly summarize what Armada's about, and you guys tell me what you think it is. So it's about a boy who plays some video games, and one day he plays, the game that everybody's playing, which is Armada, where you take control of a ship and fight people, and he's suddenly given an opportunity to work with the government to stop an alien invasion.
Oh, gosh.
Is this War Games?
No, this is freaking The Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, it's not Independence Day.
No.
Okay.
Because it's
It's
called.
pretty-
Well, I was assuming Armada, and I was just going to passive aggressively say, "Hey, if it's not Transformers Armada, I'm not interested." So.
Yes.
Now we get to Ready Player Two, and I'm telling you, I was excited to buy it solely because I had heard rumors for a long time that Ready Player Two was going to be from the perspective of Artemis, Samantha Cook, who's Olivia Cook's character in the movie. And I was mostly excited for that, because Artemis is a much better character than Wade Watts,
Oh yeah.
both
Oh,
in the book
easily.
and in
Oh
the
yeah.
And the movie is a huge improvement on everything, but also because knowing what we know about Ernest Cline's writing, and especially after reading Nerd Porn Auteur, I was just
Wait,
unbelievably.
hold on. What is that? What is that? The nerd porn auteur thing?
That was a spoken award-winning poem that he did in real life.
Oh, is this the
about-
poem that I keep hearing about?
Yes, where
Yeah.
he details the kind of nerdy shit that he'd like to see in the adult film industry, and how he doesn't want to fuck the cheerleaders, but he wants to fuck the valedictorian and copy her trig homework and this and that.
Move
That
on.
sounds
Move on.
so bad. Like that was trying to make a cool, like geek version of Sean Connery's quote from The Rock.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Unintentionally condescending. Like the last fucking line in that. Oh my god. If you can tell me Luke Skywalker's home planet, you got a spot in my casting couch or whatever.
Oh,
like,
what the bloody
Dude,
hell!
you gotta put the bar so low? Really?
Yeah.
That's like me saying, "Oh, I'll go on a date with you if you can tell me Ultraman's first monster fight." And it's just like, I don't care if you know that or not. What the
Yeah,
heck
like-
is this
Fuck
poem?
you.
Crystal, you said that Ernie Klein, he sounds like one of those nice guys.
Yeah, exactly what he is.
We literally found the transcript of the poem on r/nice guys.
Oh gosh, that makes sense.
That explains everything.
Yeah.
So now we get to Ready Player 2, and I'm going to admit something. Because of all the stuff that we had to do this week, I actually expected to be able to fully read it. I've only gone up to page 84 out of 350 something, but I still know the basic footnotes of the entire story thanks to a guy on Twitter. I'll have to look it up so that way Kiona can tag him later. But I want to show you guys something before I describe the plot to you and have you guys guess what it is, because this gets Crystal off. But I bought some highlighters so that way I could note down a few things. And in pink, I have stuff that personally pissed me off on a fundamental level. And in green, I have pop culture references. I had to stop after a while because it was getting overwhelming. But
Oh, Lord.
you
that's
guys
all I
can't.
yeah.
For listeners that can't see, I'm flipping from page 44 to the beginning. So
Yes.
I don't even want to read the
Oh,
It's
highlights.
not bad. Not
No.
bad.
Oh
Whoa.
no.
Whoa.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Oh, you.
I mean, that's all I hear
poor-
about. That's all I hear about with Ready Player One. It's all just like reference on top of reference on top of reference. It's like that Twitter video that went viral of that Big Bang Theory clip where it's
Yes.
just like where they just referenced off like a bunch of things, and then the guy goes, "Where's the joke?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's they're playing ping pong out in front of a garage or something. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Josh,
Yeah, and it's, oh lordy,
Josh.
that book sounds awful.
yes.
Josh, I have to ask you, Josh, as sincerely as a friend, okay? No irony, just straight up honesty.
I'm scared what this is going to be.
Why do
Yeah.
you do this to yourself?
Crystal has
Why do
asked
you-
that same question.
Why don't you? Do you really? You need to talk to someone, Josh. Really,
Don't do that.
you,
Okay.
Josh. You need to. You need to see somebody, man. Like this is not healthy behavior, man. This is
No,
Okay.
it's healthy because this guy's writing is garbage. Not,
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my reasoning for this, and it's because I think as a writer and as a filmmaker, I don't think of course it's important to learn from, the great,
The
the
best.
best of the best. It's
Yeah.
important to learn from Scorsese, Spielberg, Capra, F.W. Murnau,
Of course.
everybody. But at the same time, I feel that sets an unrealistic expectation for art.
Obviously.
And that you're never going to know how bad you could be until you see how bad things are. And that's why I have equal value in bad movies too. Why I think stuff like Birdemic and The Room and you should have left are up there as just as important watches because they show how bad it can be. And the same goes with novels, because in high school, when you're in school, you pretty much learn from like stuff that's considered like literary high works. You read Lord of the Flies, which Crystal doesn't like. You read The Great Gatsby, which I find fucking boring. And you read, Shakespeare. But at the same time, sometimes you need to venture out
Right.
and read a terrible book, so that way you can understand why those other books that you had to read are as well revered as they are.
Did anyone have to read The Jungle? Because I had to read that cement brick of a movie. And so
Oof.
I didn't.
Ouch.
not that I didn't like it, but it was just like, man, you're telling me to read like a tiny Bible's like dense book of the Depression and such, and it's just like, I'm going to go to the Cliff Notes. Bye.
That's like that Peanuts strip where Charlie Brown has to do a book report on War and Peace.
Oh gosh.
I remember that.
Where he's like an 8-year-old kid who has to do that for a book report.
Good luck.
Just try reading The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. That's the most depressing book of nothing.
The director of Oscar Wilde or the actor?
I think it's the author.
Oh, never mind then. I was thinking of the guy who did Some Like It's Hot. And
So this is the plot of Ready Player 2, and tell me if it sounds familiar. Now, I'm going to pause at a certain point because it flips.
bring it.
So after inheriting basically the entire world and everything, after winning the competition, there is another Easter egg hunt that is set forth in which our intrepid hero must journey forth and go through the Easter eggs and hints that were given in order to find the prize and everything.
Okay.
This just sounds like the first movie again.
Okay, this is
Or the
where I
first book,
pause.
I mean.
That's where I
Did
pause.
he just take like the book and just slap on Ready Player 2 on it?
This is where I pause.
Okay, bring it.
But then once enough pieces of the puzzle are starting to line up, Halliday comes back as an evil AI who basically takes over everybody who is in the Oasis and more or less holds everybody hostage. And if they take off their Oasis consoles or whatever, they will be put into suspended sleep or die.
Gosh dang it, this is Sword Art Online.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god!
Oh wow.
This is freaking
Yeah.
Don Hack signing Sword Art Online. Come on.
So I'm really scared for the female protagonist that this is going to be season 2 of the version of what this is.
Well,
I
God.
watched the first Sword Art Online episode on Netflix out of just sheer curiosity. I just couldn't get into it, and so I doubt that this one will be any better.
Well, just quickly, I remember watching this abridged video of Sword Art Online, and the villain, and like they're making fun of the villain speech in the first episode, and everybody's just like, man, they're not understanding what the threat is, and they're like, and the bad guys finally like, okay, guys, be quiet. Has anybody seen Scanners?
Yeah.
Oh god!
It's like, okay, well, this is what's going to happen if you take it off, and they showed a clip of the head exploding. It's like, there, that's what's going to happen. Now keep playing the game.
Man, Sword Art season 1's really good, but my god, that second one's a trash pile.
I find it funny that you mentioned that, Brock, because that was the biggest disappointment. This doesn't follow Samantha Cook. It follows Wade again.
Oh, no.
Of course!
He is, believe it or not, guys, he is 10 times worse in this book.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
I've heard.
Where
about
the
this.
hell? Like I said, luckily I only read the first few chapters, so that way it's nothing too bad. But
It is Sword Art
basically,
Online. It
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
It just is.
from what you guys have seen of the movie, and from if you guys have seen my video on YouTube, you know that I love the character James Halliday.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of my friends said that he's probably one of the most accurate, or at least most like sincere like portrayals of autism.
Right.
That's his
yeah,
takeaway,
yeah.
and I think I'm inclined to agree. And I think it was a heartwarming thing to show how even on the spectrum, that kind of obsession of pop culture, just kind of losing yourself to that, even in general, that can be very damaging for anybody. And that it's
Right.
basically saying, look, you can't live your entire life like this because you're going to live with too many regrets. And while you win this, understand what I did wrong and make a change. The book tried to do that too, but it was a lot worse because, it's Ernest Cline. But, there was still that basic understanding of, hey, Halliday, you know, he had a heart. So in this one, he's basically Elon, Tony, Stark, Musk, Zuckerberg, but evil and an AI who, like I said, it is fucking so. The main prize with this in collecting 7 shards from the siren or some shit. I don't want to read the little poem that they have there that's like the hint. Basically, it gets into uploading somebody's neural interface or some shit. Basically, it's meant to bring Kira Underwood to life, who was Ogden Morrow's wife who had died. And apparently he had implanted her brain or downloaded her brain into the Oasis, and the prize for this is bringing her back to life.
This is Dot Hack Sign. This is exactly what happens in that anime. The freaking guy who made Dot Hack Sign says like, "Oh, I love this woman, but she didn't like me. She married some guy and then died, so I recreated her in the online game." And it's just like, oh wow, there's a lot of red flags there, buddy.
Even if you don't understand the reference like I did, this setup just sounds awful.
It's so weird. Michael, you were gonna say something.
I don't even know where to start.
I have been dealing with this since Thanksgiving,
and I still haven't gotten far.
Lord.
Now, I have a question.
Yes.
Do we see Artemis at all?
Yes, you do. In fact, they answer something that I was curious about, which was, do Artemis and Wade last? Because my personal image of them is from the movie where, yeah, Wade was vanilla, but he was still, he had room to grow. And Artemis, again, was the best character. And I thought, you know, there's something there. She's a good influence on him. Even in the book, she's a good influence on him. Maybe they could last. And literally, they only lasted a month.
Okay.
Okay. I got to take you guys through this just real quick. I'll do it as quick as I can, but the point where I knew this book was going to piss me off, because I was like, Ernest Cline isn't really packing it all in with a whole bunch of pop culture references.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's page 3 where there are literally 4 of them. And it's from
Jesus Christ.
He's talking about how he has to
I don't like
go to
that.
the 13th floor
Don't
for
like it.
Vault 42. He's got to enter this code. Okay. And it's like in one of his favorite TV shows, Max Headroom, Network 23's Hidden Research and Development Lab was located on the 13th floor. And the 13th floor was also the title of an old sci-fi film about virtual reality, released in 1999, right on the heels of both The Matrix and Existence. There it was, number 42, another of Halliday's jokes, according to one of his favorite novels, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Does this
Okay,
guy not-
okay.
Oh god.
All right, that's
Does
enough.
this guy not
Put
know how
Put
to
that down.
write?
No, put that down.
It gets worse.
Go back where it came from.
This sounds like
It gets worse, guys. 86753.
Shut the fuck up.
oh my god. This sounds worse, guys. This sounds worse than the Lazy Town fan fiction that Kim has been reading and getting into recently.
Wait. The bottom of the egg was weighted, so it wobbled slightly before standing perfectly upright, like a weeble. In parentheses, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Oh my
my
god, I hate this
God.
writing. Oh
So,
gosh.
okay. This book introduces something new, which is called
What?
Just what, Josh?
what? Where the fuck is the name? They introduced this because after Wade wins the competition, he goes to the egg and he has to go and enter this stuff in. And a hologram or a video plays of Halliday on his dying days, and he basically says, "Okay, so you won this, and now you get access to something that I could only trust to my heir."
Oh,
Which
gosh.
is this thing called the Oasis Neural Interface, pronounced ONI. And basically, the idea is that with this, it's another extension to it's an add-on to the Oasis headset where you put it on and it induces a sleep-like state, but it also uploads the person into
is-
the Oasis.
This is
where
Sword Art
they're-
Online.
where they're
It
able
is.
to see, smell, taste, hear, and feel everything. They're more in the game.
That sounds terrible.
But he never made it live because he knew that it would change things, and he left it to his heir to decide whether or not they wanted to just bury it or let it up. And of course, because Wade is a fucking idiot, he's like, well, I'm not gonna not test it out. I mean, what am I, fucking stupid? And
Yes.
that's where it
Yes.
gets to the first thing that pissed me off. According to the Oni documentation, forcibly removing the headset while it was in operation could severely damage the wearer's brain and or leave them in a permanent coma. So the titanium reinforced safety bands made certain that this couldn't happen. It's a habit he does so much in this book where he'll be like, this could potentially happen. It's a good thing this doesn't happen. He says, I found this little detail comforting instead of unsettling. Riding in an automobile was risky too if you didn't wear your
Oh,
seatbelt.
Ugh.
I hate this.
So-
I hate this. I hate this. I hate
I've
My,
been-
this.
my brain is turning itself off as a defense mechanism.
You know what this
So
is?
It's
This
that.
is if you try to awkwardly mesh together Sword Art Online and the reference levels put in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or those Winnie the
But
Pooh,
badly.
or those many adventures of Winnie the Pooh stories on DeviantArt or something.
And
Oh, Lord.
then this gets worse because while I'm reading this and Wade tries it out, he's like, it's so weird. It's like, I feel everything now. I can smell everything. And here I am, Mr. Dumbass, who read the first book. I'm like, okay, hold on a minute. What is different from this compared to the first book where he's like, I had all the things in my rig. I had haptic stuff so that way I could actually feel the hits and everything that I touch. I bought a bar that enables mist and scents that simulate what happens in the world so I could actually smell, sulfur or mist. I could smell someone's farts if they so happen to do it. I don't know why people would
It's
do it.
it's
I
like
don't
he
know why I
forgot
bought it.
that detail in between writing the two books.
Yes. This
And-
sounds terrible. But keep
It is
going.
terrible, and of course the Kleinian details of women are still there
No,
because,
Josh, why?
because
Why?
it turns out this
No.
isn't the only thing the Oni can do, or the ONI can do, because there's a little sub menu in the HUD.
Oh.
And when you click on it, there's like
Yes.
little categories like racing, surfing, skydiving,
Yes.
kung fu fighting, because
Uh-huh.
of course there's kung fu fighting. And he
Of
clicks on
course.
surfing and he's like, all right, I tried to keep my balance, but something was weird. I realized I wasn't in control. Looking down at my body, I realized that I was no longer Parzival. I was someone else, someone smaller and thinner, with darker skin and long strands of black hair hanging in front of their
What
eyes.
is
I-
this?
Someone wearing a bikini, someone
I-
with
stop.
breasts.
Genius.
I was a woman.
Stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stamp.
This
Keep going
Okay.
though. Keep going. Keep going. I want to see where this train wreck goes.
So yeah, like apparently this was
No, you
tested-
don't, Cameron. No, you don't.
Yes, I must. I am curious.
this
We're
was-
at the
I
point of no
must see.
return.
I must see.
Your funeral, buddy.
Yes, I will be fine with that. Here lies Cameron. His curiosity killed him.
so
It's all of our funerals because this guy won't stop.
so
He has to bring everybody down with the ship.
the thing I called bullshit on was the fact that apparently Halliday had been working on this for 25 years on the side with nobody to talk about it. And apparently he had when he decided, all right, I'm not going to do this, he laid everybody off, shut it down, but still gave everybody a nice big severance thing so they would never have to work again, as long as they had adhered to the non-disclosure agreement they first signed when they first signed up for it, which I think, okay, there is no fucking way in all these years that Halliday was dead, nobody would let slip, yo, I was working on some pretty intense shit over there at the R&D department and GSS. Okay, we were working on this insane shit, but that's beside the point. But then we get into what happens with Wade's personal life. Okay, so he's given the opportunity to sell this thing. Of course, him and everyone else except for Samantha, no surprise, Artemis is against this fucking thing. Everyone
she
else
should
is like,
be.
but this
It's a
could
brain
work.
cell.
And he's like, okay. And he does outline potential positives to it and how apparently Halliday had tested this out on disabled people, blind people, geriatric people, and all that. And it helped simulate certain things. So it did have some benefits in helping them feel those feelings again, but it also again left them in a vegetative state, which I have to point this out. You can only be in it for 12 hours at a time, in which case you need to stop it, or else again you could die from it. So that's 12 hours you're asleep, you're a vegetable. And okay, so now
Yes.
again, he's like, now people no longer watch movies or television shows. They lived them. The viewer was no longer in the audience. Now they were one of the stars, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is the fucking first book again. For less than the cost of an iced latte, you could now safely experience just about anything that human beings could experience. Again, what's the difference?
This is the Hangover 2 of books.
And now that he's got Anrax ropes, he can literally teleport anywhere, and apparently he can bypass any security point, so he can look at potentially anybody's personal information. I know this because this is a fact that he has repeated not one or three or two or three or four times, but 7 times in these 4 fucking chapters. So then we get to Wade, and he is living by himself in Halliday's old mansion, and he's a miserable fuck, which I'm so happy that he is, but at the same time I have to deal with a whole chapter talking about I'm a miserable fuck.
And this is after they broke up?
This is after they broke up. This is like years in the future.
Oh god.
He's like, I still couldn't quite believe it, waking up in this room to this sight every day. Not long ago, just opening up my eyes here had been enough to put a grin on my face and a spring in my step. But today it wasn't helping. After literally talking for 2 paragraphs, look at all this amazingness that I'm in. I live in this. I have a king-size bed, preheated marble floor, all this stuff. I have a stunning view of the Columbus skyline. But today it wasn't helping.
Not to mention that literally the start of this chapter is like Marty McFly. I woke up at exactly 10:28 a.m. to the song "Back in Time" by Huey. But yeah, Huey Lewis in the news. That is how it starts.
Guys, I'm gonna need a bucket. I'm gonna need a bucket.
Gosh.
And while everybody else is apparently doing like big charity things and all that, what does Wade do with his money? He decides to buy the licenses to his favorite movies and make CGI fan films with Dr. Emmett Brown and Dr. Buckaroo Banzai teaming up with Knight Industries to create a unique interdimensional time vehicle for the Ghostbusters, who must use it to save all 10 known dimensions from a 4-fold cross rip that could tear apart the fabric of the space-time continuum. He makes a point to note that they were basically flops, but they were more for him.
Gawker.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is fan wank.
I gotta say,
Does this person not understand that Buckaroo Banzai's entire joke was the whole film was set up like a sequel, but we never got the other films in the franchise?
I've never seen Buckaroo Banzai, and I swear to God, reading the books makes me never want to fucking watch it.
It's a fun movie, but you have to be down for its one joke. I mean, it has more than one joke, but the whole premise is that it's like, hey, wouldn't it be weird if you jumped into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but instead of starting at the beginning, you start at Thor 2?
yeah. I randomly scroll through the book just to find out, like, see if I can find a pop culture reference. And doesn't he mention something about making a Doctor Who crossover with Jodie Whittaker and David Tennant?
No, luckily, but the whole timeline of this is also weird because, the first book was published in 2011, I think.
Yep, 2011.
But this one is published in 2020, so he already had a set timeline of when the Earth started to go fuck up. And apparently YouTube and Facebook and Twitch were invented around this time, and I'm still like kind of, well, when does it all start to go wrong then? Because how do these things still work? And he also brushes off the fact that because of what happened in the first book, they basically absorbed IOI, which was the big bad corporation, and now they're the number one media conglomerate in the world. And he just kind of brushes that off like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad thing at all. No.
But then he gets into his relationship with Artemis, his brief relationship with Artemis. And that even includes their sex life. And that alone.
Oh, joy.
God.
Yeah.
Let me guess. You said it's foul?
Like
Oh,
then we spent the rest of that week sneaking off to make the beast with two backs at every opportunity. Like Depeche Mode, we just couldn't get enough.
Oh my God.
And he mentions that Mars' state was designed to resemble Rivendell from Lord of the Rings. I can't believe I didn't green that. And because of that, it had such loud acoustics that it caused loud sounds to carry a long distance and echo off the adjacent mountain walls. But our friends and our host generously pretended not to hear all of the noise we must have made. And I'm just thinking, okay, fuck you for thinking that you alone could make that much noise or cause her to make that much noise. But that's beside the point. So then we get into their breakup. And because he has been full on about the ONI, Samantha, again, is like, this is fucking evil. This is so stupid. I can't believe you're doing this. So Wade decides to do the smart thing. And he literally starts making a recording of it so that way he can watch it later and also to show her, how ridiculous you're being right now so you can play it back later and see for yourself. This is where
That's not creepy.
Full asshole. And she says, we weren't all, she's like, this is insane. We have all this stuff going on in the world. Okay. And I can't believe that you're even thinking about it. And they're like, well, come on, you're saying this, but you haven't even tried it. She's like, well, I never tried sniffing paint thinner either. Okay. How can you guys not see that, there's so much stuff going on and what you're planning on doing? Her words, half the world already spends every waking moment ignoring reality inside the oasis. We already peddle the opiate of the masses, and now you want to up the dosage? Which I didn't realize until I watched Quentin Reviews' video earlier, that was a pop culture reference to Groucho Marx. I'm going to ignore that because, hey, at least, you know what? When everyone else does a pop culture reference, it's at least in service of something. And then that's when Wade says, we weren't all lucky enough to grow up in some ritzy Vancouver suburb like you, Samantha. Who are you to judge how other people deal with reality? And she's just like, oh my God. And then he says, ONI technology is going to save hundreds of millions of lives, I say self-righteously, by preventing the spread of all sorts of infectious diseases, like the flu pandemic that killed both of your parents. Now it's my turn to level a finger at her. How can you be against an invention that could have prevented their deaths?
Boy, this guy sounds swell.
And everyone is still kind of like, come on, Artemis, it can't be all that bad. And she's like, of course I understand its potential. Christ, haven't any of you rewatched The Matrix lately or Sword Art Online? Plugging your brain and your nervous system directly into a computer simulation is never a good idea. We're talking about giving complete control of our minds to a machine, turning ourselves into cyborgs.
Come on.
I was going to ask if he ever actually point referenced when he was ripping off, but I guess he does.
So he does, and they go about their own thing. Everybody does their own thing. And Wade is literally like, I realized what the problem was. So Earth is fucked. We're overpopulated. We screwed up the planet so much. So here's what we're gonna do. I just created a ship that's named after my ship, the Vonnegut, and it's going to have it's going to be enough to house like 12 people on there. And it's going to have its own version of the Oasis. And we're going to go out in search of another planet and this and that. And of course, when that leaked to the press, Artemis was like, this is fucking stupid. They basically doomed humanity with the ONI, and now they're trying to use the profits of it to create an escape plan. And after saying all that stuff about how the Earth is fucked, he then says later on, The Vonnegut was still about a year from being complete, but H. Shoto
Oh,
and I were
Lord.
in no rush. We weren't eager to leave the planet Earth behind for a long, cramped, and perilous voyage. And we weren't ready to give up on planet Earth yet either. Not while there was still a chance we could save it. Later on in that same thing,
So save it then.
later on in the same page, but with Earth teetering on the brink of destruction, leaving our eggs in one basket was foolish.
Hey,
Me-
Brock,
You're
does this remind
goddamn.
you of anything?
Oh, it does. If this fucker starts putting more Gurren Lagann in here, I'm gonna get pissed.
And then the point where I stopped highlighting because it was just getting too much. So it's important to note that there's AI in this world now.
Really?
There's humanoid things, okay? And he has a robot butler that he named Belvedere because of course he does.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he says this. I'd programmed Belvedere never to speak unless spoken to because his synthesized voice set me on edge, regardless of how much I tweaked his tone or inflection. Probably because I'd seen too many robot uprising movies.
Oh, this
And
guy
then he proceeds to list all 50 of the ones that he's seen.
So
Okay.
that, and he judges Samantha when she says, "Haven't you guys seen The Matrix or Sword Art Online?" He's like, "That doesn't count." But this, like,
That's-
AI uprising.
That's a freaking. He's the ideal definition of a straw man. What the hell?
So, basically to quickly summarize where I'm at, it's years later and Wade has pretty much sunk his reputation down the toilet. And he makes no
Good.
secret of this. Everybody in the world fucking hates him. And
Good.
basically, whenever
Shocker.
anybody posts something negative about him, he'll go into the fucking Oasis and kill their avatar. I shit you not.
Okay.
And Samantha
These are
fucking
like-
hates him. She won't fucking talk to him. And after, in my opinion, a genuine good chapter, and I say it was good because it was just Samantha railing into him in a meeting. You know,
Yay.
he basically reveals to the reader, yeah, I'm fucking alone. And I've been trying to recapture the magic of that first Easter egg hunt by trying to replicate everything. And it's not working. I've tried to do everything and I drove everyone away. Everyone's got more fulfilled lives. And here I am pulling a Howard Hughes, just kind of all to myself. But then he gets a lead from this character named, what the fuck is her name? Lohengrin, which is apparently also a reference to the King Arthur legend because Lohengrin was the name of Parzival's son.
Oh,
Now,
Lordy.
this is where the most controversial thing about Ready Player 2 comes in.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Fuck,
This
no.
character is someone that Wade kind of has a crush on because, he's single now. He's been on the O&I. He knows sex and everything. Now he's had it in real life, and now he's able to experience it on there. That's another thing, but I'm going to get to that in a second because that was the thing that really pissed me off about this book. But okay, so it turns out that Lohengrin is trans.
Ooh,
We're going-
boy.
And I am going to read this little excerpt because it was actually deleted off of Twitter because Ernest Cline kind of went on the warpath and started deleting excerpts from the internet.
Oh,
gosh.
but
yeah, I saw that.
Okay,
And
okay.
Lindsay Ellis ended up saving this.
Everybody silent. We have to hear this train wreck. Go.
My chest felt hollow. I closed all of the VidFeed videos and scanned Skylar's user profile for more information about her. Her school records included a scan of her birth certificate, which revealed another surprise. She'd been DMAB, designated male at birth. Discovering this minor detail didn't send me spiraling into a sexual identity crisis the way it probably would have back when I was younger. Thanks to years of surfing the O&I net, I now knew what it felt like to be all kinds of different people. I'm sorry, I just saw Brock having all different kinds of sex. I'd experienced sex with women while being another woman, and sex with men as both a woman and a man. I'd done playback of several different flavors of straight and gay and non-binary sex, just out of pure curiosity, and I'd come away with the same realization that most O&I users came away with. Passion was passion, and love was love, regardless of who the participants involved were or what sort of body they were assigned at birth.
Because that's
Guys.
because that's what I want to hear about from this guy.
Guy, you know what?
LGBT plus commentary.
Guys, you know what? Guys, you know what? I quit.
Go. Bye.
You know what? I quit. I'm leaving this website. Okay,
No,
I'm officially like that's because like if this is the kind of bullshit that I have to put up with you, Josh, then I'm no longer I don't like media anymore. I don't want to watch a movie again. I don't want to even read a book. If the media and love of pop culture inspires something like this, or
So that was the thing that set off a lot of people on the internet, and I remember showing
Yeah,
it
I
to,
wonder why.
I remember showing it to my buddy Gwen, who did a fantastic video on Zack Snyder. The
Oh, that
first
was a
part I
great
recommend
video.
you check out.
Everyone should
Yeah.
check that out.
You can hear me voice the man himself, and
that was a good video.
and I remember showing that section to her, and she said, "Oh my god, that is the stupidest way to say love is love."
Oh God, I don't
But-
think that. A question: does this writer guy know exactly what he's putting down, and doesn't like? Does he lack that much self-awareness?
It's like what Lindsay Ellis said when she was posting this, which was, your heart is in the right place, can only go so far.
Seriously.
And I remember talking with my father-in-law at Thanksgiving, and he was trying to say to his girlfriend, "No, it's because he writes this stuff ironically." And I said, "No, it's not ironic." And he
That's
said,
not how irony
"Really?"
works.
Just
No.
Really?
This is Alanis Morissette levels of not understanding what ironic means.
Oh Lordy.
And that's what pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah. No
But for
kidding.
me, I mean, that was already enough. Hell, this entire book was enough. But there's a passage later.
Oh boy.
He talks about his experience on the ONI, because apparently anybody can upload clips of stuff that they do in real life for people to experience on the ONI. And, it's kind of like YouTube, only GSS takes like 20% of the profits off the top, but the other 80% goes to the person. And if the clips go viral, it can make someone an overnight millionaire. Okay. And this includes like anything in real life, from like celebrities uploading stuff that they do to, surfing, like we said, or kung fu fighting, including sex. But apparently this also includes drug use. And
Boy.
apparently they have an algorithm AI that wades through everything. Haha, Wade. But
I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, an algorithm. That's such a good idea. Why hasn't YouTube thought about this?
It's crazy. We
wait.
should get on the horn and let them know about that.
apparently this is meant to monitor out like dangerous or harmful or illegal things, in which I think, why the fuck do you have drug use? Does that not count in anyway? So later on, he talks to Samantha, I guess. I don't know the context of it, but reading this pissed me off. I can't find it right now. But he was basically talking about, he suddenly takes a dark detour, and he says that Samantha knows that my mom had died from a heroin overdose. So my time on the ONI made me want to, I never wanted to touch like the heroin based ONI recordings for the first year that the net was up. But finally, curiosity got the better of me, and I wanted to see the kind of high that my mom was chasing that was apparently worth more than raising me, that she was willing to risk her life.
Honey, don't.
And he
Said no one ever.
and he details that, experiencing those ONI things, he's able to experience the full-on effects of heroin use. He's able to experience the high, but it doesn't do anything harmful to the body or anything like that. And that he personally didn't see anything worth it. And it pisses me off in two ways, because
Oh Lord.
it's so close. This whole book is so close to saying something.
Right.
It's just like Armada. One problem I had with that was it's all about this kid who's hung up on the nostalgia of his presumed dead dad, and how he basically models himself around his nostalgia before one day realizing, this has been really fucking me up. It's time for me to move past this. And I think that is a brilliant use of taking like pop culture references and subverting them. But the problem is Ernest Cline is such a dumb fuck writer that he doesn't know, oh, maybe I should take a step back from the Star Wars references and talk about the characters that are making the Star Wars references. But this one, it's even more interesting because even with the first book, there's something so interesting about literally uploading yourself to the internet, something interesting about immersing yourself so fully in pop culture that you are willing to not only let your body deteriorate and ignore the world around you, but also experience stuff that could potentially kill you in a safe way. And I'm pretty sure that it's been done numerous times, a million times better. When I was playing Destiny 2 with Kiona the other night, he said that it was basically like something from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's very close to like brain dance thing in Cyberpunk that they've been advertising.
But Ernest Cline,
Also, on top of everything else.
Yeah.
but Ernest Cline is so fucking stupid. He's so fucking tone deaf that he cannot fucking work with this. He's basically given, like I said, the equivalent of, bumpers, and you have a remote controlled bowling ball and you can easily hit the strike. But then he chooses to go in the opposite direction and roll over his own foot.
Sounds like, well, no offense to me, but it sounds like he actually just took the bowling ball, threw it into the other lane, and let it go into that lane's gutter. So
Yeah.
Oh
This
gosh.
Or better yet, he rolled the ball, but his fingers got caught in it, and he's like sliding on the floor on his stomach.
And I'll tell you something. I've had two forms of torture for me this whole month. It was this starting like on Thanksgiving, and it was trying to 100% Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. But let me tell you something. When I read this, I welcome the fucking tough, impossible embrace of 100% in Crash Bandicoot, because you know what? At least there, I know I'm working towards something, and it's also a good game. This isn't a good book.
This book sounds like a hot mess.
When I finish with this book, I'm gonna write a review for the website.
Do it.
Oh, do it.
Do
it.
it.
How about this?
Hey,
How about you
Josh.
learn it now?
Do it.
Maybe later.
Josh, if I may be at liberty to do another pop culture reference, do it.
Damn it.
So
No, gosh.
it's really sad that the best thing Ernest Cline has ever written was that one episode of Red versus Blue in that experimental season where they just got a whole bunch of different writers and animators on board to just do random shit. And he did the episode where I think it was what was it, Sarge, I think, who was really upset, or no, it was Tucker who was upset that Reservoir Dogs was destroyed, so a church takes it upon himself to have everybody reenact Reservoir Dogs. That's only because he basically lists whole scenes from Reservoir Dogs in the script. So it's not even thanks to him; it's thanks to Quentin Tarantino.
God,
that season was something else.
I
They were
wanna-
transferring from long range stories and didn't have a showrunner, so they kind of just went.
And I want to say this: there is a way to do pop culture references in your story and make it mean something. I know not a lot of people like Dan Harmon, and I think like a lot of his, especially Rick and Morty, it could get too nihilistic.
Yeah.
But part of why I think something like Community endears so much is because you can tell there's an actual heart behind everything.
Right.
And he doesn't, even in the character that he does have that's the closest equivalent to a Wade Watts or James Halliday, which is Abed, they point out numerous times, like, this isn't healthy. And it's through his relationships with other people, even as they do their own pop culture jokes too, he grows as a person. And on top of that, the pop culture jokes actually have substance to them. One of my favorite examples is when Jeff is caught in like a love triangle thing, and he literally says at one point, God, it's like when did my life turn into Degrassi High?
God. No, that's the thing, and Mike and I talk about this all the time. with movies that make pop culture references. It's like there, like you said, there's a right way of doing it. I still love Shrek 2 because of all the references it makes to movies and fantasy, and just like even to small dumb little things. Like in Fiona's bedroom, there's a picture of Sir Justin Timberlake on like the top of the bed, and I just like there's a right way to do pop culture without it being distracting. This just sounds like they just shove a bunch of references into the dialogue and think that makes a story and characters and dialects.
It's like those Freeberg and Seltzer movies from like the 2000s, like Epic Movie and Date Movie and Meet the
gosh.
Spartans.
Back when they stopped being parody movies and started being reference movies.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's basically just, oh hey, look, it's Jack Sparrow. But he's
Okay,
named
moving on.
And I'll just say one last thing, not about Ready Player 2, but it's another thing that I kind of wanted to do, inspired by Michael, actually. Just to get myself away from the virginity retracting qualities of the Ready Player universe and his writing in general. So inspired by Michael's post about Twilight, I have been talking with Crystal, and I wanted to make this a more of a voting thing to the public.
Do it.
I wanted to see if maybe me and Crystal, we could record our reactions to the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy.
Oh, God.
No. Do it. Well, just like we just did. Do it.
Do it.
I was mostly inspired again by Michael's post because it reminded me of it, but also from the Cosmonaut Variety Hour because he also started reacting to the Twilight series with his friend Vero, and they are the funniest things I've ever seen in relation to Twilight. And it just got me thinking, I only saw the first 50 Shades movie with a friend.
I've seen the trilogy.
Is it good?
Nope.
Is Dakota Johnson at least good in it?
Define good.
No.
Is
Just play
Dakota
it simple.
Johnson at least
Nope.
good? Because she's amazing.
She is trying.
Okay,
Oh.
about the Ready Player One. How has no one made like a reading video of this where they're reading everything but with celebrity impressions on each one? Like one time they read it like Christopher Walken, another time they read it as Palpatine, or another time they read it as Hank Hill or whatever.
Well,
Or speaking of Rooster Teeth, when they had Matt Hullum read it as Sarge.
or when they had
Yep.
or when College Humor did a video where they had Gilbert Gottfried read it.
Oh gosh.
You just have like,
I want to hear.
situation, Mr. Rotz. Nolan Sorrento has escaped from prison.
I want to hear Patton Oswalt read Ready Player One.
Well, if you want something similar,
I want to hear Bobcat Goldthwait read it.
Oh my God.
if you want to
Read
hear
through
something
Ready Player
similar,
One.
see, Ernest Cline wasn't able to get any of those people because I imagine they read the book and they're like, okay, fuck this. But he was able to get the incomparable, the always iconic, always
no.
memorable, universally loved actor from Star Trek The Next Generation, whose voice just makes your ears sing whenever they read anything. Will Wheaton did the audiobook
Oh jeez!
for
Come
Ready Player
on.
1, Armada, and Ready Player 2.
Oh,
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up,
No
Wesley.
one likes you. Ah.
Oh,
I am
feel
so
bad.
sorry, guys. I just
No, I am
like I'm
so
not
happy.
I'm
I
not
am
sorry.
happy to have heard this non-stop train wreck.
This is
I love
what
it.
I was looking forward to when I heard about all this, and I wanted to see how much worse it could get, and I was not disappointed. My expectations were exceeded.
Hey, you know what? This is not a train wreck. All right, you know what? A train wreck is Ready Player 2.
No, it is. It's
Yeah.
it's two train wrecks happening
Yeah,
at once.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, that's
No, no.
a trip and a half. And that's what I heard. The author of Ready Player 2 is going around being like, "How dare you," and reports and tries to get all the negative reviews off. And it's just like, that just make. Did you not know about, like, with all your pop culture references and whatnot? Did you not know what happened to Digital Homicide and Jim Sterling? Because this is
Apparently
exactly
not.
what, like,
This guy he's basically Streisand affecting himself.
Be a
yeah.
fucking man, Ernest Klein, and take the negative reviews.
God, it's like you can't work in this industry if you're not able to take criticism. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've gone to like 2 animation as film festivals, and it's just like the directors are always just like, I hope you like the movie, or they just talk about like how they improve and heard criticism and whatnot about movies and they improve upon them, and it's like, oh my gosh, like it's like I can't imagine how people make it far if they don't listen to criticism, or they get like this where they're like, negative review, delete it. Negative review, delete it, or we'll sue you. Negative review, delete it.
I knew I was in for a treat when I looked at the back of Ready Player 2, and there were no review blurbs for this one, but it just had praise from Ready Player 1.
Oh,
wow.
Wonderful sign.
That sounds like that.
Wonderful
I forgot what the movie was, but it was able to hide like a 2-star review within, like, between the 2 actors on the poster, where it's like, instead of like all the 4 or 5-star reviews all around it, they snuck in one, and you find out that the context of that is that, oh, this movie's not good, but they're like, but we'll put the 2 stars in between the 2 actors, just to be like, it's just swimming in 4-star reviews.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this was a trip. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got to experience this, Cameron.
Yeah, it's nice that
Oh.
you've got out of the Renegade animation and started being one of the. We've enjoyed having you here.
Oh man, no, it's just not. I don't think even my Hillbilly Elegy rant would have topped any of this, because it's at least Hillbilly Elegy. It's just a bad movie with a bad Amy Adams performance, and this, it's like that. It's Always Sunny episode where like where Danny DeVito's wearing that white like wig, and he's being like an art critic. It's like
Now this
it's just
I love.
It's like, this is trash. This is also trash, but this is art.
Kiona, are you okay? You've been really quiet. I'm sorry for torturing you.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh my gosh.
I was ready for it. I was ready for the Ready Player 2 rant. So
I
I have been looking forward to this honestly all week. Ever since that we announced that this was our show.
So
Like-
in conclusion, we're thankful for Josh's Ready Player 2 rant and Ernest Klein's
actually,
complete
Kiona,
ineptitude.
Before we close out, I'm going to give
course.
that toast.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been going over 3
We're
hours
invisible.
now, so I think it's about time.
Okay,
let's
so-
let's do
This
it.
has been a good show, though. This has been a
Okay,
lot of
guys.
fun.
Okay, here it is. Okay.
Go for
here
it,
it is.
Jacob.
I speak for all of us here when I say the pandemic has taken a massive toll on us. Whether it's concern over the health of a loved one, not being able to socialize like we used to, or just missing out on the pleasures we took for granted. But there is one thing we can all be thankful for, is that we have a place where we can discuss the things we are most passionate about with equally passionate peers. And we wouldn't be where we are right now if it weren't for the bravery and tenacity of Kiona. Throughout my entire life, I've been struggling with anxiety. When this tumultuous year started, I had no idea what the future had in store for me. If I would ever make anything of my degree, or just be stuck doing retail with only 2 internships under my belt. Then I discovered that a friend of mine, Michael, had launched a website to discuss all kinds of media and articles and podcasts with some intrepid critic I hadn't known yet but wanted to. I immediately jumped at the chance by reaching out and joined the team, and I consider myself very lucky that I did so, because I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't. We've faced adversity while running these podcasts ever since day one, and Kiona was understandably frustrated and discouraged. Regardless, he pressed through like the trooper that he is, and we were all still with him every step of the way.
Thanks to you guys.
I can tell from experience that when you have a goal in mind, you will always have days where you just want to throw in the towel, but helping Kiona keep his head up has helped me cope with my own anxieties as well. Keelan's reminding me that true bravery is when the temptation to give up on everything and throw your dreams away is always there, and yet you trudge through anyway. Without Kiona, we wouldn't be where we are right now, sharing our love for media and discussing all kinds of subjects, be it the next Last of Us game, Hamilton, DC fandom, the god-awful writing of Ernie Klein, a depressing World War II movie in black and white, or a Netflix anime about some creepy stalker cat girl. We've even had a chance to vent our frustrations and anxieties with a special podcast about the importance of mental health, which was entirely his idea. Kiona, we have come so far since you and Mike cooked up this crazy idea for a website and a podcast as a source of positivity in an internet plagued with toxicity and nastiness. The bonds we forged, not just with each other, but with fellow critics in this reviewing community, the people we've interviewed, and the audience we've built up are all proof of our success. And I just know that we will truly rise to the top by next Thanksgiving. And I look forward to remaining a part of this ragtag team of reviewers and enthusiasts with you as our courageous captain. So hold your imaginary glasses to Kiona.
I don't have a glass, but I have my mic.
Salute.
Yeah.
Salute.
That was nice.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude.
It's
You know
beautiful.
what? It's not just me. It's all of you guys too. It's not just me. Because like I said, I would have failed without you guys. I wouldn't have been able to carry this on my own. So thank you guys for doing all of this and for just being a part of this. And I'm extremely grateful to all of you and to, the guys who couldn't make it with us, like Hayden and Tony and Zane. And I just, and Nick, of course, is a major part of it too. And, and we hope to bring on more people also, just bring them on as guests and all the people that have done guest spots on our show. We're very grateful to them as well. Yeah, it's been a hell of a year, man.
It has been.
This has really this has given me this has given me a focus, something to, a goal in mind. So it's been really good. So.
Yeah, this, what, honestly, I'm not even expecting this next year to be a better year or a worse year. I'm just expecting a year. I'm just
That's
at
probably
this
the
point, I'm
best
just
way to do it.
It will be a year.
Yeah, it's like whatever, but you know what? Whatever comes our way, we're just gonna take it, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna,
of course.
We're
we
keep
just
going.
Gotta
Keep going,
roll with
guys.
the punches, just gotta, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
God forbid I have to be locked in my house for another year.
Yeah.
I think that this year has taught us one thing, which is to not give up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on.
Even when we feel like it, even when I hit that bottom place where I was just like, dude, I'm not gonna continue on with this. In fact, I was talking to Mike and saying the website's yours, you guys. But you know what? You guys actually just kept on saying, no, we want you here. So thank you for saying that, and thank you for being such good friends. And I made a lot of friends through this thing. And Mike, you've been instrumental in helping us build the team. You're my captain, dude. So, we're indebted to you and to Josh for helping me out with editing and posting and just, just you guys, your support has been so great. So this is our
Always
Love
here,
Fest podcast, which is nice.
Always here.
Yeah.
For us
Yeah.
anyway, not for Ernie Klein, unfortunately.
Shower that love.
Between this horrible stream of negative, trudging through the worst piece of media, quite frankly, I've ever encountered. This was a nice way to cap it off.
Yeah. I agree. Well, in the year to come, we're going to see some changes to the website, which we're already kind of implementing in the podcast as well. Change, kind of building on that Renegade Pop Culture brands and hoping to add some different shows and to do more and just do more, period. I really want to get Renegade Arcade to the point where it's like a weekly show or at least bi-weekly show. And hopefully
I'd
we'll
be more
start
than willing to do it weekly. More than willing.
Same here, man. Same here. And you're going to be our main next gen guy, you and Tony
I try.
and Zane. So, you guys can help us out with that.
Cyberpunk and Immortal Phoenix. I'll be willing to talk about it, whoever plays it.
It'll be good,
I will
man.
try
It's
my
gonna be good.
best to get some next gen consoles goodness. So
Same here.
Just everyone listening, do not, and I repeat, do not buy a next gen console from a fucking scalper.
Mhm.
Wait.
Yeah, don't.
Wait for it. Yeah, I'm
waiting
waiting for it.
Yeah,
Don't
same.
give them power. Don't.
That's
I
right.
was very, very, very lucky. I didn't get mine from a whatever. I won a draw.
You got
I
it
was
from
a lucky
Sony.
person. Please wait. Don't let them get away with this shit. Please.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
right. Yeah, seriously, people do not buy from scalpers.
Yeah.
They'll just encourage that kind of behavior. We don't need it.
Mhm.
But yeah, guys, so it's been a lot of fun. So are we done with our discussion? Are we pretty much finished?
Yeah,
We
I'm,
are-
I'm pretty much tapped out.
Recommendations?
Yeah, I'm
Same
done.
here. All right,
And-
guys. So
Anybody got any recommendations for the holidays or anything?
Okay, if you haven't seen Klaus on Netflix, watch freaking Klaus. And
good.
Yeah.
um,
Good one.
that's a fantastic movie.
Actually, I do have one recommendation. Something that I watched over the weekend on the PJ Campbell network. They did a watch along for The Holiday, and
yeah, that movie.
it is a much better movie than I realized.
For my recommendation, we're talking about this for Streaming Wars, but check out Happiest Season on Hulu. It's
Yeah.
honestly a really pleasant movie to watch. It really
Yeah,
is.
I liked it.
This is
No,
going to seem really out of nowhere, and it has nothing to do with the holidays, but I increasingly find more people that have not watched this movie, and it upsets me greatly. If anyone on this planet has not seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil, go watch it.
Oh, that's
yes,
a good
Yeah,
movie.
we saw
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, yes.
Please, it's really funny, and it's just great, and it shocks me how many people haven't seen it because it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, it's great.
Rock
I'm one
Um,
of those
Bottom,
people,
Crystal.
unfortunately.
It's
I'll make
really good.
I want to make a quick recommendation. We talked about this on a previous podcast. You can get Morona's Fantastic Tale now on digital and Blu-ray and DVD. It's a
Oh, nice.
it's a great movie from a really
G
good
Kids.
director, and G Kids brought it over. And not to toot my own horn, but if you look at the extras and the animation is film Q&A, I am the first one to ask a question on there.
Nice.
I'm on two. I am in two
That's
of
awesome.
the G Kids releases. You can see me in the White Snake release and for Morona's Fantastic Tale. So
Publicity, baby.
yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
Very cool.
Awesome.
I might not have star power or internet fame power, but I got cameo power. So
There you go, buddy. There you
You'll
go.
get there,
That's all you
Cameron.
need.
yeah.
Cameron,
You'll
the
get there,
cameo
Cameron. I believe in
guru.
you.
Yeah. But that's my recommendation.
You got a
Awesome.
recommendation, Kiona?
I'm just gonna recommend that everybody buy Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
Because I need to play that, and I need it to come out like very soon, hopefully.
That'll be a future podcast.
I
I don't
need
know how
it.
long it'll
I
take
need
all of
it.
us to get through it, but we're going to talk
More than
about it.
175 hours, apparently.
Yeah,
Watch out.
exactly.
Watch us. You open up the game case and it says, "Sorry, we delayed it to 2 years now."
This is the case.
That's why I'm
We
buying
can
it
put it in here
digitally.
later.
Oh,
But here's the
man.
case. Please don't be mad at us. No.
No, what I'm waiting for is
That would
when
be hilarious,
simultaneously me and Kiona are going to race each other to send each other pictures of running into Alana Pierce's character.
Oh God, yes.
Personally, I've just been so mentally drained. All that I've been watching is medical dramas. That's it.
Oh, that's Comfort Food
That's
Central. I
comfort
get
food,
it.
yeah. Yep.
You started watching one on Peacock, right?
Yeah,
It was called what
it
was it
was
called?
New Amsterdam. It was pretty good, pretty heartfelt.
Nice.
Dude, I was watching Battlestar Galactica. That's been my rewatch of
Nice.
choice lately.
You know what? I really need to watch that.
And
Mr.
now it's Saved
Kepler,
by the
I'm
Bell, the old-
sorry, I
the old
still
show.
haven't watched it.
No.
The Rock in an episode of Battlestar Galactica.
You know, I wouldn't be shocked.
It's either that or
My-
Star Trek. It's one of the two.
My recommendation for the holiday spirit: watch some Shane Black movies. The Weapon
There you
one
go.
is still amazing. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is probably his best movie. Even Last Boy Scout, it's a lot of fun. I'm still sad we didn't get his Doc Savage movie. And another smaller recommendation, I was thinking about it earlier, Fleabag, which is on
Ooh,
Amazon
oh,
Prime.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good show.
That I'm shocked with how much I love it. And on top of that, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is just absolutely amazing in everything. Please ruin my life.
All
I
righty.
love you, Crystal.
Oh, one more thing I'm grateful for this year is that BioWare finally announced the Mass
Yes.
Effect remaster.
Yes.
Dude,
Which
so
I will
excited.
definitely play it finally when the trilogy comes out because
And
my
then-
father-in-law's told me to play it.
And we will all do Mass Effect 3 multiplayer too, man. We
Damn
got to
right.
do that. That's
Just
so much
damn
fun.
right.
So
Just
much
remember, y'all, this is Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel.
fun.
All right.
Oh.
All right, guys. So, all right, where can everybody find you guys online? Jacob, let's start with you.
You can find me on Facebook. I am J.O. Crable, Krehbiel. That is Krehbiel. I am also on Twitter and on the Renegade Pop Culture Facebook page.
Nice. And Brock?
All right, I have to write it down because I misspell it every time that I don't. You can find me on YouTube and everywhere except for pretty much Instagram at Organoid0, ORGANOIDZERO. Been on Twitch mostly, and I'll be playing through Virgil's campaign in DMC5 Special Edition next week because I just cleared up through Miles last week. So
Sweet.
Nice.
yeah.
All right. And Josh?
You can find me at JoshBoy64 on YouTube. Tune in sometime in December where I'm going to have a video up about the films of Kevin Smith. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you can find me on Twitter at JSH Lozano, where I spend most of my time bitching about Ernest Cline and other things and dropping weird tweets that I just feel like saying whenever I'm bored. Please don't judge me for what I say on there.
Oh, I'll judge immensely. No, I'm
I
kidding.
know
I
you
won't.
will.
No, I won't. Don't worry about
Cameron?
it. You can find me on Twitter at Cam's Eye View. I also run my own website called camseyeview.biz where I review live action films, but the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes is animated stuff called The Other Side of Animation. You can find me on Instagram. I just started uploading like random photos of like some of my animation collection. It's same thing, twitter.com. All right, not Twitter. Yeah. Instagram at camseyeview.biz. And I have a Patreon at patreon.com/camseyeview. If you like my work and want to support it. I'm going to try to set up some other things in the future. I did just upload a editorial talking about why we need more companies like G Kids. And yeah, that's where you can find me. And I'm also in the Facebook group. I'll post stuff from there from time to time.
Knuckle?
Crystal?
Oh, all right, you, Squidward. Good.
So, I don't even play clarinet anymore.
That was on you.
We're all tired.
We're all tired now.
Anyway,
Shout out.
you can find me on Facebook at the Renegade Pop Culture group, and you can also find me on Twitter and TikTok under simply_ragu816.
All right.
Get those Tic Tac numbers up.
All right. And Mike?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Captain K42. Check out my quick thought reviews on letterboxd.com/Coach K42. And find me in all the various Facebook groups just at my name.
Awesome. And you can find me on Instagram at Neoplasmic24. You can also find me on Twitter at Kiona Tang, and on Facebook, same thing. The Facebook group is facebook.com/group/RPC42. And of course, we are at Ren Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter, and renegadepopculture.com. So stay tuned, guys, for more stuff from us. This next year is going to be big for us, I think. We're really going to build up our audience, I feel like, this year, this coming year. And of course, things are just better in the world. And, we don't have a turkey in the White House anymore. That's nice. So you know what, guys, this has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it, and we hope you have as well. And we hope to do maybe a year-end spectacular at some point. We'll see if we can do that. If not, we'll just fold it into our regular shows, but we'll figure that out as we go along. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for staying with us. It's been a long show, and see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Take care.
Good night.